Number 17, Levi Holcomb. Number 17, Levi Holcomb. Number 18, Reese Torgerson. Number 20, William Russell. Number 23, and number 25, Cole Dawkins. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin our batting practice session for the evening. Hitting first for the Northeast team, Bow Heights Emerald High School, class of 2028. School, class of 2027. Jack Bailey, Burns High School, class of 2027. Cruz Honeycutt, Woodland Springs, class of 2027. Now batting for the Northeast team, Chase Hendricks, Riverside, class of 2028. Charlie McCrory, Spartanburg, class of 2028. Derek Jones, Burns, North Carolina A&T commits, class of 2027. Israel, Southside Christian, class of 2027. School, class of 2027, College of Charleston commits. Naval, Daniel High School, East Carolina University commits, class of 2028. Tulak, Greenville, 2027. Christian Conley, Fountain Inn. Class. Riverside, class of 2027. King, Blue Ridge, class of 2027. Jack Stang, Greenville, class of 2027. Quinn Walsh, St. Joseph's, class of 2027. Sinfree, JL Man, 2028. Easily, class of 2028. Reese Torgerson, JL Man, 2029. William Russell, Seneca, 2027 North Greenville commits. Tucker Rice, Ballman, 2027. Sumter post-15s baseball. Remaining the concession stand this begins. Also, folks, if you're here with us early tomorrow morning, the concession stand will be serving breakfast. Trey, we've got breakfast available at the concession stand tomorrow morning, so be on the lookout.
And welcome back in, everybody. The nightcap, Game 3, Palmetto Games 2026 here in Sumter, South Carolina at beautiful Riley Park. We are ready to go here for Game 3 as Carson Scott takes the mound for Team Orange, facing Bo Height from Emerald High School for Team Red. This is Trey Dyson, joined once again by Coach Banks Faulkner and Coach Dale Nelson. The first pitch is up and in, and we are underway for Game 3.
Should be a good matchup right here. One of the top players and what's height? Is he a sophomore now?
He is a 28, so rising junior.
Rising junior now. Been there at Emerald forever.
Here comes the 1-0, cut on and missed.
Carson Scott kind of came on the scene this summer, pitched with the Diamond Devils, and pitched at Woodmont High School, was the ace of their staff last year.
It's a well-located fastball on the outer half there. Height is down 1-2.
Scott's probably going to work in about the 86 to 87 range. Can flip in a breaking ball there, about a 3-pitch mix.
There's a breaking ball there. Looked like he tried to throw a hard slider there, but missed up and out of the zone. We've seen some pretty good action here today so far, folks. Some good pitching, some great defense, and we saw some pretty good hitting in the last game. This one is taken outside, so Bo Height putting up a tough at bat here for Team Red. Exactly what you want your leadoff hitter to do.
Height ran a 6.5, 6.6 earlier today. Was one of the faster guys in this team.
And he looked really good out there fielding. Very smooth in the field. This one is, I don't know, that was close. It looked like he might have offered, but he gets the call, held up there, and so leadoff walk for Bo Height. That is going to bring up Luke Young, a catcher out of P27 Academy.
Yeah, he's going to be a reclass guy. Just won a state championship at Clinton High School, playing for his head coach Peyton Spangler down there in the third base box.
He was throwing extremely well in the pregame.
This is a good Trey excited. I think the kid hit 14 home runs in high school baseball this year.
Yeah, that will get me excited. We've seen one home run already here today.
Young actually hit the walk-off home run to win the state title for Clinton against Atlantic Collegiate, I think, or Atlantic. Is it Atlantic Collegiate? I think it is, down from around Myrtle Beach. He hit a walk-off home run on his home field and was senior last game ever at Clinton High School.
What a moment. I mean, that's something he'll remember the rest of his life.
Absolutely. Good tidbit on Young. His dad was a walk-on football player at Clemson University. We just bringing all the knowledge.
Yeah, just keep on bringing it. Keep on bringing it. That is Sifri over there holding on Bo Height. Bo Height getting a good lead over there. 1-1 count. He stays put. There's a nice breaking ball. And for strike two, I think the umpire thought it might have been strike three, but only strike two, so we're in a 1-2 count here for Luke Young.
Kudos to those guys. They've been out there. It's their third game today, and it's pretty warm down there. You walk out there in the field.
It is pretty warm out there. But those watching the live stream don't have to worry about that because they can enjoy it in the comfort of their own homes. And we're thankful that you're here to join us. 2-2 count. Carson Scott facing Luke Young. Another breaking ball, and you gotta be able to swing at that one. That one's right down there for strike 3. Young goes down swinging. Nice job. After walking Bo Height, he's able to strike out Luke Young. So Carson Scott gets his first strikeout of these Palmetto games. And upcoming next, Camden Finley. Banks, a guy I know that you're familiar with.
Yeah, he's got every tool in the book. He'll have a home here pretty soon. Got to be aggressive early in the count.
That's just a perfectly located pitch on the outer half.
Yeah, one thing I've told that I've really been a little critical of him is I think he's a little too picky early in the count versus just getting something he can drive.
He likes that breaking ball, and he has good command of it here early, Carson Scott.
Yeah, I think for him at the next level, I think he's going to have to almost a little bit of a too big differential between his fastball and breaking ball.
There goes Height. Really good throwdown by Conley. Christian Conley out of Fountain Inn with a really good throw, but just too good of a jump right there from Bo Height, so he steals the base. Runner in scoring position here early for Camden Finley in a 1-2 count.
Conley is a transfer to Fountain Inn out of the great state of Nevada. He's Las Vegas, came here from Vegas.
This one is fouled away. Nice job battling right there with 2 strikes.
Battled some injuries last year. Had some big hits for him in the playoffs. Didn't do a lot of catching for them last year. And I think he'll probably have to take on that role a little bit more this coming year.
Good opportunity here for Camden Finley to get Team Red on the board. That breaking ball gets away from Scott, and Camden Finley will get on with the hit by pitch.
One thing Camden's doing a much better job of is he's really cutting his strikeouts down. That's an example there. He gets an early 0-2 hole and then fouls sort of wastes a good pitch and ends up finding a way to get on first base.
That is going to bring up Jack Bailey, Burns High School, 2027 outfielder. Good-looking frame. Has a chance to do some damage here for Team Red early.
If I'm not mistaken, he was a left-handed pitcher for Coach Holyfield as well. I believe he's a right-handed hitter. I'm not sure if that's the same kid I'm thinking of. I think he was at one point, but definitely a physical specimen in the box.
Yep. He fills it up nicely. First and second, Bo Height working out there. He almost went, but decided to stay put.
Yeah, he's getting anxious. He's going to make the move here in a second.
Bailey stands 6'4", 205. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and miss. He's doing Scott doing a really good job with that glove side fastball. Locating it nicely on the outer half. There goes Height, and he is going to steal third. Double steal there, but a good pitch from Carson Scott to strike out Bailey. That's his second strikeout here in the top of the first. Team Red does advance on the double steal there, and that's going to bring up Cruz Honeycutt from Boiling Springs High School. Chance to drive in a couple here for Team Red early. Good stop back there. Good stop back there from Christian Conley. Honeycutt, 2027 first baseman. Gets one to hit right there, but swings through it. So Scott getting some swings and misses here early.
Yeah, he's a perfect example we talked about in the first game. A little bit of pitchability. He's not lighting up the radar gun, but he's locating and mixing and keeping them off stride. And doing a good job so far.
This one taken for a ball. 2-1. Also joined up here for this last game, Colt Welch. He's going to be our spotter. He's doing the game changer. Colt, say hello.
What's up?
All right. Here we go. 2-1 count. Runners on second and third. Honeycutt gets one to hit right there. Fouls it back. Those are the ones you want to hit if you're a hitter. The ones over the plate. Now he's in a 2-strike count. Still a good matchup for Honeycutt, the talented lefty out of Boiling Springs.
Let's play the guessing game here, Banks. What do you think? Are we going fastball or are we going slider here? I haven't really. Or
I'd like to see him drop a back knee breaking ball right here.
We'll see what we get as he comes set and fires home. He goes with the breaking ball.
Backdoor breaking ball.
Backdoor breaking ball, and he ends up striking out the side. So Carson Scott, very impressive top of the first, as he retires Team Red without giving up a hit. Did walk a guy, did hit a guy, but struck out the side. So great start to him. And as we are underway here in the top of the first, Team Red goes down without scoring. We're just going to stay right here and introduce the pitcher for Team Red. That is going to be Isaac Kane out of Clinton High School. Clinton.
Yep, Clinton. Where the T is sweet and the T is silent.
Yeah, we learned a lot about how to pronounce Chirol earlier. Pronounce Chirol. Clinton High School, where the T is silent.
Yep.
Always
right,
a hard
Trey,
one
I'm
for
going to
me.
get you. The T is sweet and
Okay.
the T is silent.
The T is
Clinton.
sweet. Clinton High School. Clinton High School.
We got a famous pizza place there called Dempsey's.
Dempsey's Pizza. It's phenomenal. You know, Clinton's won 2 state championships here in the last 4 or 5 years, and they've got some good young talent right now. And Peyton Spangler won his first this year as he took over for the head job. A little tidbit on him: his dad was on his coaching staff this year. His dad was a longtime football coach who played at University of Georgia, coached at Georgia Southern, coached at Presbyterian College, and coached at Furman University.
Good info. Keep it coming. Luke Young, the catcher for Team Red here, and he's got an absolute cannon.
Kane, is he a 28 or 29, babe?
He's a 28.
He's a rising junior.
Pitched a lot of big innings for Clinton High School.
Might be the only player on the team whose last name is not Young or Finley. What was the other one we talked about?
Glenn.
Glenn, yeah, they have a lot of siblings down there in Clinton.
He's got a tough matchup right off the cuff.
Yep, Carter Kelly, the College of Charleston commit, Fountain Inn High School.
Ran a 6.5 today. He's got some power too.
Very competitive, high-level baseball player.
This one is poured right in there for a strike.
Kelly was a staple in the lineup, top of the lineup at Fountain Inn this year.
This breaking ball misses in the dirt.
He's an on-base machine. Even when he's scuffling a little bit offensively, he finds a way to get to first base and impacts the game on the base pass.
This one is hit hard right back up the middle and right on command. Carter Kelly gets on base.
I will bet y'all dinner tonight that he will score.
Okay.
Joey Leo.
Where at?
Are we
Shout
gonna,
out to my man Joey Leo listening in today.
are we
Head
gonna
coach.
get a stolen base attempt here?
I would probably bet you dinner tonight.
I'll bet y'all dinner right here that he will score.
Okay.
Any betters? Any?
Yeah, I want to take that.
Okay.
I mean,
all right. So we'll bet dinner.
oh no! I think he's going to score too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm trusting you. You're the expert here.
I don't know about the expert, but just a
Pretty
hunch.
big lead right there. He's going to look to run early.
There he goes. That one's in the dirt, and a nice stop back there from Luke Young. This brings
I'm
up
going to go ahead and tell y'all if he picks his leg up like he just did, he'll be at second base.
Cal Schnabel from Daniel High School in the box. 2028 middle infielder, another left-handed batter. Seen lots of lefties so far in these Palmetto games.
Schnabel just committed this week to East Carolina University.
Congrats to him. So, I was talking before the game about Luke Young. He was really throwing the ball well before the game, Coach. So it should be. There he goes, and a swing and a miss. This one gets past Young. So that's going to be a stolen base. And our meal ticket's out on second base.
How do you feel about that, Coach Nelson? I think, I've heard it coached both ways. I think if Carter takes a little peek in right there, he sees the ball on the backstop, maybe he's got a shot to go to third
base. Yeah, I like the look. We always looked.
Yeah, sort of an unnecessary slide there.
Yeah.
But he's about to steal third base anyways.
He's far from stealing third right here.
This shortstop is not doing a lot to try to keep him close. His feet have got to be stopped, and that's one of the issues you have in this environment. There's not a lot of communication.
Not a lot of timing,
yeah.
Exactly. Here he goes. Oh, he could have.
Yeah, so basically, we tell our pitchers when the shortstop releases, you've got to pitch the ball, because what Kelly would do here normally is his coach would tell him he's clear, and he would just take a shuffle and stand up at third base right here.
This is a tough call right there. Good job from Isaac Kane hitting that spot up and away. And that's a tough at bat right there from Schnabel.
Banks, one of the things we used to do to hold runners is a lot of times we would go no look a lot.
Absolutely. That was one thing Russell Triplett really talked about, one of the best ways to eliminate the running game. And some college teams, believe it or not, that's all they do. They would never look.
Well, he's going to swipe this bag in just a second.
There he goes. Gets a good jump.
And no chance.
I think the right-handed batter right there also played a role.
Yeah.
That's Griffin Goins, held his ground in the batter's box, made it a tough, difficult throw for Young. Nice job from Carter Kelly. It's his second stolen base of the game.
That's what he does. It's instant offense. When he gets on, he's gonna score.
When guys, when you go no look, we're talking about runner at second base and you don't look. A lot of times guys tend to take a step back when you look at them. They try to expand a couple when you look away, and they can't do it.
This one is hit hard down the third base line. Great pickup over there by Jones. Makes a decent throw over there, unable to scoop it out of the dirt. Is Honeycutt over there at first base, and that's going to be an RBI regardless. And a good job getting that RBI was Griffin Goins. He's at second base after the error.
Going to get on the umpire a little bit here. I saw the second baseman right there give a little deep tag and fake a tag. Might understand that guy's going to end up at third base next time he does that. The umpire, I guess, this being a little different event, let it slide. But it was a nice play by the third baseman. I think he had more time than he thought he did.
I think it was a halfway decent throw, honestly, as well.
This ball Honeycutt would probably tell you he should have had.
Yeah.
These left-handed hitters continue here at these 19th annual Palmetto games as Hayne Pritulik from Greenville High School steps in. Goins at second base. This one hit hard back through the middle. We might have the plate here, and we do. A little hesitation and a bobble out there in center field. So nice job of hitting right there from Pritulik. Scores Goins on the RBI single.
I was talking to the head coach at Greenville before the game, Drew Elliott, and he was telling me that Pritulik, if I'm saying that right, was one of their better players last year at Greenville High School. He's also a pitcher, if I'm not mistaken, one of their best pitchers.
This will bring up Christian Conley from Fountain Inn. We've already discussed him back there behind the plate for Team Orange as the catcher.
Quite physical guy in the box as well.
.6'3", 210, Coach.
Pretty big boy. Fountain Inn being the future home of our colleague right here, Colt Welch. As he'll be attending Fountain Inn in about 2 years, as he 1 year, excuse me, as he leaves Rudolph Gordon Middle School.
You ready for the challenge, big guy?
Yeah, I'm up for it, so we'll see how it goes.
I think you're going to do just fine. This one, taken down for a ball. So Pertulik over there at first base. Conley in the batter's box. Team Orange already has pushed 2 across here in the bottom of the first as Isaac Kane tries to get out of trouble here. That pitch right there for Conley, fouled away.
Just been informed by one of our viewers, I was mistaken on the last name there. Haynes did not pitch. That was Jack Learstein that pitches, and he is in this ball game, and we'll see him in the outfield tonight. I don't think he's throwing the game tonight, but a lot of these guys look alike from up here, Trey.
Yeah, and we got 2 games. Today is a 7-inning game. Tomorrow, a 9-inning game. So lots of guys, lots of two-way players. A lot of people are going to get on the mound. Just a great opportunity for these kids here that were invited to the Palmetto games to really show what they can do and get a chance for a lot of college coaches to put their eyes on them and watch how they play in a game environment. Just an outstanding opportunity. That brings up Carlisle Jones from Riverside, another lefty.
Yep. I coached in the All-Star game up at Clemson this fall for Diamond Prospects, and Carlisle was on my team. He's a good player, very good player. Plays for Joey Leo up at Riverside High School.
Rests the bat on his shoulder, and there's a little snap throw, and
Back pig there.
there's Honeycutt over there showing off some athleticism. Nice job stopping the ball there.
Yeah, in that situation, you essentially just become a goalie at first base. Just
Good point.
anything you can to just stop that ball.
Who's your favorite goalie in NHL?
No idea.
Mine was, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Adam Sandler. Pretty good goalie back in the day.
Yeah, he was a pretty good.
Traded in his hockey gear for
Very good.
golf clubs,
Yeah.
right?
I think he was just a pretty good hockey player
His name was
overall.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never heard of that. Yeah,
He
he's
can
pretty
skate
good.
really well, apparently.
A little delirious up here in Game 3.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but it's been a great day. As that was a great swing right there from Jones. He had got one he could handle, an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, kind of up in the zone, but fouled it back.
I think if you told me I had to name 7 hockey players all time, I don't think I could do it.
7.
Yeah.
I
Hockey
think
players?
I don't think I could.
I can tell you maybe. I know some guy, Max Crosby, was a pretty good hockey player.
this is
Sydney-
another good
Sidney
swing.
Crosby.
See, I think there was a Max Crosby too.
Might have been. You had Wayne Gretzky.
Max
you had
Crosby's a
Mario
football
Lemieux,
player.
Jaromir Jagr,
Okay, different guy. See, I'm telling you, hockey is the
Mark Messier. I could probably do it. Bobby Orr.
Hockey is
Jay
an
Monahan's father.
amazing sport,
Played
and
hockey.
the NHL playoffs are outstanding.
Yeah,
I think
and
there was a guy named Gordie Howe. It's a pretty good
Yes.
hockey player.
Another one to hit right there from Jones. This one fouled over to the third base side. Jones on the other team. That is Derek Jones from Burns High School, makes the play over there. So 2 down here at the bottom of the first.
Mario Lemieux, pretty good player.
I
back in
named
the day.
him,
Did
I
you get him
think.
already?
Yeah, that was one of my few.
I went to my first hockey game in December, professional. So the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Predators. That was a pretty good ball game.
yeah, one thing with hockey, I think, is it's different when you go in person.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, well, I can't follow the puck on TV.
This is Bradley Runyon as we got a base runner going to third on the
Got
dirt
it.
ball. Good
Good
throw
Really good
and
tag.
a good tag. I was just about to say the same thing. Good tag over there from Derek Jones as Luke Young makes a good play to retire the side here in the bottom of the first, but not before Team Orange gets 2 across on 2 hits. So we are through 1 here in Game 3, and Team Orange leads it 2-0. We'll be back shortly.
Christian Conley counting in. Working behind the cleats for the Northwest team.
And welcome back in, everybody, as we head to the top of the second here in the finale for day one. Team Orange versus Team Red. Team Orange, managed by Aaron Lisiak from St. Joseph's, against Team Red, Peyton Spangler, Clinton High School.
Yep. Aaron used to be an assistant to Brett Harker at Furman University.
And Carson Scott is going to begin his second inning of work. His first inning, he struck out the side, mixed in a walk and a hit by pitch, but was able to retire Honeycutt with the strikeout to avoid any damage. It's going to bring up for Team Red, Chase Hendricks, the big right-handed bat from Riverside.
Yeah, he's a catcher for them. Pitches a little bit. Got a lot of power. Guys seem to be a little more physical in this ball game. Seem to be some bigger guys in this ball game than the previous two.
Yeah, I was kind of noticing the same thing. We had some pretty big guys in game two, though, as well, I think. Back-to-back breaking balls here. Finds Chase Hendricks in the hole 0-2. And another strikeout. So 3 breaking balls in a row right there from Hendricks, or from Carson Scott, and Hendricks is set down. That's the 4th strikeout for Carson Scott here early in these Palmetto games. That's going to bring up Charlie McCrory from Spartanburg High School.
Plays for the Jesse Dyer, Spartanburg High School.
This one off the end of the bat, right back to Scott for an easy 1-3 putout. So Scott cruising here in the top of the second. And that's going to bring up for Team Red. The guy who's already had a lot of action in this game over at third base, Derek Jones, Burns High School, committed to North Carolina A&T.
Go up there and play for the former Tiger, Mr. Ben Hall, head coach at North Carolina A&T.
Scott is feeling it with his breaking ball, gets ahead of another batter with that little, I don't know what he calls that. Are we going to call that a curveball or a slider?
Slurve, maybe?
I'm going to call it a slider for now, or slurve.
I'll call it an invisible because they're not seeing
Nobody's seeing it.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of swings and
He
misses
had a
on
really
that
good year
pitch.
for Woodmont last year. He was their ace last year and had a really good year.
We'll see what he goes with here. He challenges with them with a fastball right there. Jones able to foul it back. And now we're almost guaranteed to see that pitch again. We'll see if Jones can wait on it. Here comes the 0-2. He went back to the fastball. Gotta like that. Back-to-back fastballs. Jones fouls it away, and we're going to do the 0-2 again. That one was up to 86 right there from Carson Scott. And there it was. And that one froze him. So just
5
an
strikeouts and 6 outs.
outstanding effort from Carson Scott here for Team Orange, getting us underway here in Game 3. Like Coach Nelson said, that's 5 strikeouts of the 6 outs that he recorded. So very nice job by him. We are through 1.5. We will be back shortly.
Still on the mound for the Northeast team. Isaac Kane, Clinton High School.
as we
I don't think we have a
head
left
to the
fielder.
bottom of the second inning. And we're waiting for a left fielder. And out goes Emery Yarl from Burns High School. He's not ready, but we are going to get a pitch here. This one is taken outside for a ball. And this is Bradley Runyon from Daniel High School. Taking his at bat against Isaac Kane, working in his second inning. Well located pitch right there for strike one. Runyon thought it was a ball, but looked pretty good from up here.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves in baseball.
Yeah.
They just leave before the ump makes the call.
You won't get any favors on this call if he does. It's close.
This one, good pitch. It's going to be a tough play, but trickles foul over there at third base.
Yeah, I feel like if you do that, it just almost wants. You almost make the umpire want to call it a strike.
Runyon's going to be attending Daniel High School this year. He played, last couple of years, he played at Pendleton High School. His dad is actually a former baseball manager for the Clemson Tigers, Mr. Josh Runyon. Just thought I'd throw that tidbit in.
Yeah, it's very good info. Very good. And from 3-0, now we are 3-2, so Kane has a chance to come all the way back here. Another good
does.
pitch, kind of down in the zone. That's the
And as we talked about, that borderline pitch, he rang him up because
yeah. That might have been a little low, but like y'all talked about, you know, when you kind of get out of the box early, sometimes you won't get the benefit of the
you
doubt
don't
on the
get
call.
benefit.
And that's obviously that's a strike for me, where I'm fine for the umpire to give.
Yeah, I did.
It's over the plate. You know, you can easily foul that off. When I start having issues with umpire zones is when they start calling them off the plate too much.
Yeah. Well, ABS has put a little halt to that now.
Yeah.
TrackMan grade reports from umpires at a higher level. So
Yeah.
high school guys still don't get that, obviously.
It's really benefiting left-handed batters more than anybody too. Colson Marino steps into the plate from Emerald High School to face Isaac Kane.
Yeah, Colson's very athletic. Kind of came on the scene out of nowhere. Had a good summer this summer, playing Legion and travel baseball. Played for Greenwood's Legion team. He's got some pop in his bat. Mac Height's starting to get these guys a little bit older now. He's had a young team for a couple of years. And
This breaking ball
As we
is
speak.
weighted on very nicely.
Down the barrel.
Does a nice job. Left fielder having trouble fielding it. We've seen that quite often here in these Palmetto games, and Marino does a nice job advancing once he saw that the ball was bobbled out there in left field.
right on cue right there.
Corbin King steps up to the plate from Blue Ridge High School. He looked really good. He's a catcher, 2027. He looked good in pregame too.
Plays for Travis Henson, the Blue Ridge Tigers.
Oh yeah. So Team Orange has a runner on second base with one out here in the bottom of the second. They lead it 2-0. Looking to add on, Corbin King in the box takes one for a ball, so he's ahead 2-0. But yeah, you were talking about the ABS, and I'm telling you, it's really helping out the left-handed batters more than anybody, because you know, obviously it's a true strike zone.
Right.
And with catchers being right-handed, it's easier. And just from my experience being a left-handed hitter, getting hosed on balls in the other batter's box my entire life, I knew it had to be something with just left-handed batters, because I never saw my friends getting, you know, I felt like it's just so much easier for the catcher to make that ball look
arm
easier
side,
from the
yeah.
arm side.
Oh,
That's a
what
nice
pick.
pick back there.
That is our
is Chase Hendricks back there for Team Red.
No, I'm sorry, that was Luke Young. I'm
That
sorry.
was Luke Young back there for Team Red.
Yeah, that ball was about 56 feet. He snagged right there. That's pretty nice.
This one way out of the zone, so King draws a walk. So more action on the base pass here for Team Orange in the bottom of the second.
I think Banks and I like it when Orange is winning, don't we, Banks?
I do. I try to stay as neutral as
up here.
possible, yeah, but
Jack Lurstang enters the box, another left-handed batter, Greenville High School.
Coach Leo, this was the young man that I was referring to as being one of their better pitchers and just playing outfield in this game today. But it's a good player for the Red Raiders.
And there's that our arm side fastball that righties really do get the benefit of the call on a lot. But very good pitch from Isaac Kane. He's ahead 0-1.
That was a very low level block in that type of situation. You just kind of.
Well,
Well, you know, sometimes in today's game, guys, throws a lot of pro teams don't even teach blocking anymore. A lot more of trying to pick the ball because, guys, I mean, you get crossed up and a guy throwing 98 or crossfired and a guy throws 98, and you're not getting in front of it blocking anyways. So
that's right.
it's one of the reasons you see a lot of shortstops that convert to catcher in pro ball is because really catching is nothing more than playing shortstop squatting. That's coming from Travis Barber, a good friend of mine who's a catching instructor in the Dodgers organization.
speaking of the Dodgers, I mean, my goodness, they just got Tarek Skubal.
Yeah, they said people are upset. They're paying too much, stacking their roster because they spend the money.
They just got swept out of Wrigley Field.
Yeah, they did. There's a good swing from Lurstang. It's very hard out to left field. Yarrell making this one. Good job tracking that one down.
I think the Cubs are gonna be a little bit of a thorn in their side here in the postseason.
Yeah, big Cubs guy, Coach Faulkner is.
Flying the W.
They got a good team.
They do have a very good team. I don't know if they have the pitching, but they do
Some
have a
good
pretty good
additions.
team. They got a great offense. Very fun to watch play. And yeah, the Dodgers, I think they got swept by the Cubs. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Red Sox swept them as well in Los Angeles.
The Cubs can really defend. They got a really good lineup. Pitching is a little bit of a question mark. They made some key additions at the break, or at the trading deadline, I should say. They're actually leading Major League Baseball in the ERA the last month, so things are looking good.
Wow. Quinn Walsh up to bat, rolls one over to third. That is picked up over there and goes the easy way for a fielder's choice at third base, so no damage done. Isaac Kane through 2 innings, gets out of that one unscathed. Team Orange leads it 2-0. We'll be right back.
Taking the mound and now pitching for the Northwest team, Aiden Laird, Greenville, class of 2027.
All right, guys, welcome back as we head to the top of the third. And I believe we've got a new pitcher for Team Orange as Emery Yarrell from Burns High School, who just made a nice play last half inning, steps to the plate.
He also ran a 6.5 60 today. He was scooting it when we were doing the 60s earlier.
And on the mound for Team Orange is Hayden Laird out of Greenville High School.
Greenville's got 3 or 4 guys here today.
Good looking pitch right there, but off the plate away. And my point is back to that conversation about the ABS. See, if that pitch is from a lefty or from a left-handed batter, that's 100% a strike. This one is hit out to shortstop. Nice play out there. And he really did get down the line quickly, but a nice play from Griffin Goins. Talking about the Greenville players, Griffin Goins out of Greenville gets the speedy Emery Yarrell for the first out here in the top of the third.
Hey, Banks, I'm getting a feeling that Trey got rung up a few times on that pitch.
Well,
He was a little sour about that.
It's time to turn the page.
I mean,
Trey.
I'm
It's
telling
been-
you guys,
been a long
you have
enough.
no
A
many.
year or two since he's been in the box.
It's still the most frustrating thing I see at the younger levels of baseball is left-handed batters getting falling behind 0-1, 0-2. But I'll stop talking about it. I just remember I've got nightmares of my dad yelling at me to get the bat off my shoulder so many times. And I'm like, Dad, the ball's literally in the other batter's box. There's nothing I can do here.
You went to Spring Valley, right?
I did.
Trey? Did that
I
carry
did.
on in the high school? Did you get?
It was more, yeah, it was high school, but, you know,
got
I was...
shafted a little when you were wearing the green and gold.
I was a guy in high school, so I got a little bit of respect from the umpires most of the time. But when I got to college, I can't tell you how many at-bats I was 0-2. Just automatically from arm side fastballs from right-handed pitchers. So I am a huge fan of the ABS, in case you haven't noticed. And who's up there batting for Team Red? That is Jamison Kimbrell, Dorman High School. Another left-handed batter here today.
We have a lot of lefties in this thing. There was something in the water back in.
Good barrel right
Swing
there.
in the
Just finding the barrel.
He's a good player. I've seen him play quite a bit, and he hits every time I see him, and that's a really good example there. Just a good little piece of two-strike hitting. Doesn't try to do too much. Just sort of flips the bat out there and finds himself at first base.
He was a big piece of the puzzle for Jack Jolly this year. I know they had some big-time name guys, but he was a little steady Eddie in the lineup for them, a little spark plug for them.
And that brings up, this is Jack Campbell, Blythewood High School. Big right-handed batter. Really strong kid. This one taken outside for a ball. And Campbell finds himself in a great hitter's count here, 2-0.
I think we're good. Fastball or breaking ball here?
I
Okay.
challenge him with a heater.
Oh, yeah. We did.
Runner on the move. Good jump, and actually a pretty good throwback there from the catcher, but Jamison Kimbrell steals that one nicely.
Is that Toby Lowe behind the plate, or who is that?
That is Toby Lowe behind
I
the
thought
plate.
it was. Yeah, it was a Daniel High School product. Via Walhalla. Played at Walhalla for a year or so, and then transferred over to Daniel.
Got quite a few players playing in these games that have gone into the transfer portal.
Yeah, being a high school AD, I can tell you that is a reality today. You find that high school sports tend to mirror college sports, and when it became a thing in college, you could almost see the trickle-down effect coming to high school. We have not, and I hope we never do, go into the NIL era in high school sports, but that is to be determined. It's illegal right now, so we'll hope it stays that way.
So 3-2 count here to Campbell. Laird fell behind 3-0, battled back to 3-2, but Campbell's going to draw a walk on that pitch up and out of the zone. So Team Red here has a chance to climb back a little bit. They're trailing 2-0, but are in business here as Reeves Israel from Southside Christian steps up to the plate.
Reeves I think he's a Diamond Devil guy in the summer, and plays for Scott Freeman over at Southside Christian. Just won another state title this year. Turned into a really good little player. He's been their starting shortstop for a couple years now. A really solid baseball player.
Aren't they 5 in a row so far?
They are at 5 in a row, yes. It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to have a first rounder anchoring your pitching staff. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and they've been on varsity since their 8th grade year.
Yeah, he's a good player, man. Obviously, we're speaking of Carson Bowman, won 5 state titles at Southside Christian.
I believe this ball's hit very well into center field. The center fielder going back, got a great jump on the ball out there, but a good swing and just a really good play from Jack Lurstang.
That's him, yep.
I believe
High
out
school,
there.
that is him.
But that was really good jump out there. Honestly, I kind of like the base running too. Did you see Campbell over there at first base? He was gonna maybe score on that if that got down.
Well, it's one of the things, David Beckley did a lot of base running stuff when we worked together in the summers. And, one of the things with base running, if there's nobody out and you're at second base, you're looking to tag more than score. And then with obviously one out, we're looking to score because you're already in scoring position at second base. So
Exactly, yes.
see that you don't see that always at the high school level guys doing that, but
My rule was always with no outs we're conservative, with one out we're aggressive from second base, and that's the same thing you're describing.
yeah.
Braden Owens at the plate, Burns High School, big right-handed batter.
Coach Taylor Holyfield, one of our DP, I guess you would say colleagues. He's got a lot of players here today.
He does a good job.
Yes,
He's
he
got a
does.
good group coming back.
Yeah, they've been young for a couple of years, and now he's kind of getting the fruits of his labor. So to
Coach, you know
speak,
what they say about the best thing about freshmen is, right?
that they'll be back.
Back pick over there, and I was
They
just
become sophomores.
Campbell almost gets caught sleeping over there. You got to get down on the ground over there.
Assuming they come back to you.
That's true. I'll tell you one thing our college coach always taught us. If you're running first and second, the catcher backs pick the first base, we would always take off from second and go to third. Because not many first basemen are going, but they're going to put the tag on that runner, and then it's going to be tough for them to throw you out at third
And that would
base.
be about the only time you would ever see the old throw from first to third
that
play.
we do, and
That we do, yeah, that we- yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've seen that much of ever.
I've only seen the first baseman throw to third base. Very few situations. Maybe runner trying to go to first to third when you don't have a play at the plate. When runners are on first and second, or base hit to right, or maybe on the bunt when you crash the first baseman trying to get a force play. At
It
third.
is still a staple of in and out routines, though.
Yes, it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, as Braden Owens draws a walk, I will say over the past, decade or so, I have noticed a dramatically positive increase in athleticism and just overall fielding for first baseman just in general. Have y'all noticed that at all? Or
Yeah, because they used to just throw a big donkey over there if he could hit, and that's where you put him. But, I mean, you got to think about it. He's going to be involved in some 2 or 3 relays on base hits to the outfield with a runner at second base. You need somebody to be athletic. Obviously, you want a bigger target.
yeah, this one's hammered out there to left field, and a great jump by the left fielder, unable to come up with it. This is Jordan Scott from North Augusta, and he's going for 3. We're going to have a play at third. He is hosed at third, but not before
2 runs.
3 runs
3
come
runs
across.
so
So that's a big 3-run, 2-out double from Jordan Scott. That's the type of action I'm looking to see here for these Palmetto games. So nice job by him. Team Red gets on the board with that big 3 RBI double from Jordan Scott. And they lead it 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the third.
Now taking the mound and pitching for the Northeast team, number 4, Camden Finley, Clinton High School, class of 2027. Luke Young still catching for the Northeast
And welcome back, everyone. Bottom of the third, Team Red, courtesy of a Jordan Scott 3-run double, takes the lead here, and we've got another arm for Team Red. Camden Fidley, big righty out of Clinton High School. Coach Faulkner, you know this guy very well.
Yeah, Camden's a really good athlete, high-level competitor. Pitched some big games for Clinton. When he's in the zone, he's tough.
And he is facing Corbin Little.
Corbin Little is going to be a Hillcrest freshman this coming year.
Whew, that's a good-looking kid.
Yeah, he played on Canes National this summer. I think it was their 14U team. He is coming to us via Green Charter School, and actually coached his uncle back in the day at Lawrence High School. Corbin had a good round in BP today for a freshman, a rising freshman.
Yeah, some of the guys before the game look like a lot of them were putting together some pretty impressive BPs. Yeah. Here comes the 2-1 from Finley. This is up and out of the zone. So 3-1 to Corbin Little, a 20-30 from Hillcrest High School, as Coach Dale Nelson just let everyone know.
He doesn't look like a 20-30, does he? Physically?
No, not at all.
He looks a little bit like Noah Geralimic, our rising sophomore at Hillcrest. They're built a little bit of alike.
That's a high-level hitter. How do you say his name, Coach?
Geralimic?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a Team USA participant last year. Won a gold medal in Mexico. As Corbin Little shows some plate discipline for a freshman.
Yeah, draws the walk here, and if you're Camden Finley, you really want to light up the zone here. He's got some pretty good stuff, big-time arm, and you just want to get in the zone as often as possible. It's going to bring up Stephen Hudgens, Powdersville High School, left-handed batter.
Tell you what, he ran an impressive 60 today, too.
Yeah, he can run.
Hudgens did. I think he was in the 6'6", 6'5" range today. It was a little surprising. Saw him coming up the line. You know, he looks like a middle linebacker. He's built like a linebacker, and he was moving. I wonder if this kid's kin to Eli Hudgens at Plymouth
Brother.
Powder. Is it?
Brother.
Okay. Brother was a pretty good athlete,
Very good athlete.
quarterback, and I think he went to West Point, if I'm not mistaken. Played quarterback and shortstop for Powdersville.
Good fastball right there from Finley.
That's that pitch you don't like right there, Trey.
That one, I'm
got a
fine with
piece
that
in the
one.
corner.
I'm talking about the ones that are in the
Oh,
other
that white
batter's
line,
box
yeah.
or in the river. Yeah, there's just no chance for a batter, but that was a good-looking pitch. And Finley in a 1-2 count here. Another
Yep.
pretty good pitch there, and he does get the call.
91.
Hudgens goes down swinging. 91 on that fastball from Camden Finley. Gets Hudgens looking, and that is going to bring up Toby Lowe from Daniel High School.
Okay, if you're Peyton Spangler, you got to be licking your chops, knowing you just want to stay title, and you're going to be able to roll this guy right back out there again next year. He's a pretty good center fielder when he's not pitching.
Yeah, and a good little feel for that breaking ball. Looks like he likes to kind of use that for a strike pitch for him. Really big kid, big physical kid, Camden Finley. Good piece of hitting right there from Toby Lowe. Strikes it out there to right field for a nice base hit. Team Orange once again in business here. First and second in the bottom of the third. That single from Toby Lowe.
I think it's going to bring up Sifry from JL Man. Plays for John Bolton over at JL Man.
Tucker Sifry has a chance to do some damage here for Team Orange.
His brother Dawson Sifry played in this game last year, I believe. And just like his brother, he's a big youngin' too.
Yeah, certainly some size here in Game 3 of this year's Palmetto Games. And thanks for joining us, folks. This is Trey Dyson along with Banks Faulkner and Dale Nelson calling the action here.
And don't forget our spotter, Mr. Colt West.
Colt is doing a great job up here spotting. Thank you, buddy.
Big weekend for Colt, celebrating birthday number 14.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Nice
Ooh,
pitch,
that's
just
good pitch
missed.
right there.
So did you get anything good for your birthday?
I got the Woot bracelet.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a fitness tracker.
Okay.
Tracker. So I asked for that, so I got what I wanted.
That's
so.
awesome.
And he got to hang out with us last night, Banks.
I mean, what better
Oh,
could you
jeez.
ask for?
And this one misses way outside the zone. So 3-1 here. Sifri in a great hitter's count.
I got a sweet Santine National hat. Heard you played a little 9 holes yesterday over Santine National.
Wait,
Before you,
18?
oh, did you get 18 in? I heard
We-
y'all had a little thunderstorm.
Yeah, the back 9 was kind of underwater, but we weren't going to get a rain check for 9 holes in a course out here. But it was still a super nice course, and I would recommend it for anyone else.
Do you make any birdies?
I don't think I got anything above a double bogey, if I'm being honest.
Sometimes, Colt, it's gotta. For the listeners out there, you could have at least made a par. You made 1 par yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, I heard you
Okay,
made
yeah, I
heard you
did
made a
make 1
couple of them.
par
what
on
I
hole
thought.
18.
Nice.
That's what brings you back.
I stopped keeping track after the 5th hole.
Banks, you running your guys right here? 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Or,
I'm
I don't know if
probably
we got any
I'm
speed
probably
on the bases
being
right now.
I'm probably being
Burners, I should
patient
say.
here. Yeah, because it's a little bit, sort of let it play out a little bit.
So that's the second walk here in this inning. So Camden Finley for Team Red has the bases loaded, has a chance to,
Levi Holcomb's going to have a chance to do some damage.
as Levi Holcomb from Easley High School steps up. Bases loaded here for Team Orange. Breaking ball
Easley
misses.
just got a new coach. I think their head coach moved on over to Wade Hampton High School, and I think last name Spitzmiller is going to be an Easley graduate. It's going to be their new head coach this coming season. Got a pretty rich tradition of baseball at Easley. And some pretty good players come through there.
This fastball, good fastball there from Finley. Good challenge fastball, fouled away by Holcomb. So you get a chance to get a big strikeout here if you're Camden Finley, and if you're Holcomb, we got to get an RBI here.
Oh, the breaking ball here. No,
He's,
he challenged him.
he's challenging. That's
91.
91 for Camden Finley.
He's got a knack for, he'll sort of, the fastball will range a little bit, but when he gets a guy on third with less than 2, he finds a little extra gear. That's
This
what
one
he's
misses.
trying to do here.
Seems to be yanking it a little bit glove side.
He
trying to
is.
get a little bit
I
more
think he's
velo.
going to try to just blow his doors off here. I don't think he's
Yeah.
going to the breaking ball. I was
Yeah,
wrong.
maybe that little slider in there at 75.
Well, yeah, and that makes a big difference after throwing 2 really good fastballs, or at least hard fastballs. You get the hitter on the heels, and they end up swinging out of the hand. So nice job with the big strikeout from Finley. He's got a chance to get out of trouble here after getting the bases loaded with only 1 out.
I believe this is our last batter of the inning.
And there's another good fastball as Reese Torgerson from JL Mann.
Seem to be a little bit behind that. If I'm him, I'm not letting up right here. I'm going right back with it.
Another good fastball. This time was able to make contact, but fouled it away. So Finley getting ahead here, has some options. And like Coach Faulkner said, kind of bearing down here with the runner on third and less than 2. Maybe got him locked in to where he needs to be. Here comes the 0-2.
Would like to correct myself. We have 2 batters left this inning. It's not the last batter.
Okay, not the last batter here. Unless he does get out, then it would be the last batter.
Definitely would be. In this league, we played 3.
But Finley, kind of spraying the ball around a little bit early on in the inning, and now seems to have locked in.
I'm a big believer he's a winner. He just won a state title, and the kid's confident and probably not getting rattled out there. The moment's definitely not too big for him, so not surprising. He's able to settle in a little bit in this inning and So he's going to finish the inning off right there,
Got him.
strike
Yeah,
three.
That
very
is the last
good.
batter.
Breaking pitch, very deceptive right there. Able to strike out the side, Camden Finley. So a bit erratic at times, but has got to be feeling good after striking out the side, especially with getting runners at third base and less than 2 outs. Nice job, Camden Finley. We are going to head to the top of the fourth. Team Red leads at 3-2. We'll be right back.
Toby Lowe, Daniel High School, 2027 catching for Northwest team. Leading off for the Northeast team, Bo Heights, Emerald High School, class of 2028.
Because they didn't get into Clemson.
Cruising right along here, folks, as we head to the top of the fourth. Hayden Laird begins his second inning of work, and Bo Height gets his second plate appearance of the day.
You know, Bo plays for his uncle down there at Emerald, Mac Height. Bo might be the first Height that didn't play at Abbeville High School in the entire family, as the stadium at Abbeville is named after the Height family.
Folks, the voice you are hearing, Coach Dale Nelson, just filled with knowledge here. We're happy to have you, sir.
Yeah, man, I just had a little color commentating. But Bo is a really good baseball player. He's a do-it-all down there for Emerald.
Yeah, he's one of those utility guys that you could put him any position besides pitcher and catcher, and he'll get it done.
He pitches as well for them.
Oh, yeah? He does pitch, doesn't he?
does.
I like him in the box. He's got some energy and just sort of brings a little spunk.
Super great kid, too.
Yeah, I think his dad actually played at Presbyterian College. Tom Bo Heights, his father. I think Tom Bo's his dad, isn't it?
That is his
That's
dad,
right,
and he
yeah.
did
He
play
did
at
play at PC,
Presbyterian.
so did
That's
Mac.
correct.
Mac played for Elton Pollock. I think his dad might have played for Doug Kovash back in the day, I believe. It's a black name from the past, isn't it?
He walked his first at bat, and and he's in a 3-2 count right here. So he's going to walk his second at bat as well.
Well, I'm a little nervous up here. We're surrounded by all kind of former, current Blythewood Bengals.
Yes.
We just got joined by another Blythewood Bengal. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Coach Crolley, welcome into the broadcast, sir. How are you doing?
Good.
We got a lot of Blythewood action going on in here. And now, what year is this going to be for you at Blythewood?
This will technically be my fourth.
Your fourth year at Blythewood, after a stint at White Knoll High
yes, sir.
School.
Yes, sir.
So how are you enjoying the Palmetto game so far?
It's good, man. It's a good chance to see some guys that I may have to coach against here soon.
Yeah. And this is Luke Young stepping up to the plate for Team Red.
You know, I wasn't going to share with you Blythewood guys this earlier because my ego wouldn't let me. But in my coaching career, I coached at 3 different places where we competed against Blythewood at Lawrence, J.L. Mann, and Hillcrest. And my record against Blythewood Bengals is over. It's the only school it's the only school that I know of that I coached against that we never beat them in baseball. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever won a game when I was coaching Diamond Devils on that field. They played over there. It's just, I don't know, man. I have bad memories of that place.
This one hitting to the ground, fouled away. Luke Young in a 2-1 count now.
I take that back. I think we won a game in the Diamond Classic. I know we won one when I was at Man, but as far as our team against Blythewood, it's over.
So, what were your thoughts going into these games? How many games are we? How many
couple,
games are we talking about here?
We're probably talking 7 or 8 ball games. The Richard Mounts game, I knew that before we ever started, as we talked about earlier. I mean, you're facing a D1 guy, and I'm throwing Johnny Holstaff in the 4th game of a tournament. But some of the other ball games, my last year at Hillcrest, we lost. And
that was the year.
That was 2022. We lost to them. Banks and I hung out for 45 minutes, and
Yeah.
I was just trying to get him to take it easy on us during the ball games. I didn't tell him that.
Nice job there from Laird to kind of even things back up here. Full count to Luke Young. Laird, in his 2nd inning of work, he is given up a couple runs here. Kind of been erratic, but certainly has some arm talent. There goes the runner, Height. This one's going to miss, and Height is going to be in there safely with a nice stolen base of 3rd. So a good 1st and 3rd situation here for Team Red. They are back in business.
We almost had a situation there you don't see very often that could have been interference. On the ball 4 with the runner still in second base, Young took out the box pretty quickly.
Well, he's still in third.
Should the catcher had made contact with him, then we would have had a little issue there. That's something you don't see very often. It was close to happening right there.
Yeah, trying to take the bag.
Yep.
That happened in my middle school season.
Oh, yeah. Those guys probably don't know the rules umpiring that game, did they? I'm
Yeah.
asking. I don't know. I'm not criticizing
you're
those
not
guys.
wrong.
Just make sure that people out there.
I remember there was one play. It was a bunt down the first base line, and our catcher ran to get the ball, and they said it was interference on the catcher because the runner couldn't run down the line.
That is true. You have to give him an opportunity to get out of the box, Colt. I'll share that knowledge with you.
Well, it was like past the ring. He was out of the box at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Camden Finley, we just saw him on the mound, striking out the side. Here he is in the batter's box. Good little slider there from Hayden Laird. Gets a swing and a miss, a 1-2 count. RBI situation here for Camden Finley.
I'm liking the stirrups down there and getting rocked by my man Peyton Spangler. It's a good look, man.
He's always like those.
Traditional look on the baseball field. You got him looking.
It's just a perfectly located fastball there from Hayden Laird. It's a nice job with a runner in scoring position. As a hitter, you got to be able to at least foul that one off.
Too good to take for sure.
And that's going to bring up Jack Bailey from Clinton High School.
Burns
Burns High
Yeah,
School. I
JF
do
Burns.
apologize.
Get Coach Holyfield upset, not giving credit for his guys up here. You've got so many guys from Clinton down there, coaches and players and everything else. And it's red and black, Trey, so that is Clinton Red Devil colors.
I do apologize. I really do.
I think we got a little in-game interview going on down there. I
Yeah,
don't know what's going.
good point out there, Colt. Lots of action on the Diamond Prospects Twitter page or X page.
Yeah, they were doing it in BP too.
Looks like
On the right center yet.
Greenville Red Raiders, South Carolina Gamecock, John Park down there doing an interview. Played for the Chicago White Sox organization.
Full of knowledge.
Hey, man, stay around long enough, you learn a lot of stuff, Colt.
All right, another hitter's count here. And I want to see a good piece of RBI production here from one of these hitters. Jack Bailey has a chance here. That's a great looking pitch. Called a ball. Hayden Laird wants to challenge that
I think
one.
he challenged it. I see a tap to the hat there. I think the pitcher challenged that call.
I did see that. I did see it.
I'm waiting for that to come to the high school game, by the way. You haven't seen it yet, but it's
Yeah, I can only imagine the amount of ejections that are going to be
that's
coming.
what I was thinking if the batter taps top of his helmet.
As Bailey walks, so that is the 3rd walk here in this inning. The bases are loaded once again for Team Red.
If that ever came in and I was coaching, the only person I would let challenge would be my catcher.
Yeah, no hitters.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're the only one that knows the strike or not.
Yeah,
Like
I think the pitcher gets too emotional.
Yeah, the adrenaline starts rushing. And
To be honest with you, I didn't know the pitcher could.
This one is stroked well out to center field. Good job from Bo Height over there to tag up immediately on that line drive.
Very good job.
And a nice job from Cruz Honeycutt to drive in the run. And well done. You know, a lot of times I point that out because a lot of times you'll see that runner on third on a line drive break to
Going to the
home.
plate and can't get back in time.
And by the time, you know, they try to get back, they can't score. So just good heads up baseball and a good job at executing. And that was Stephen Hudgens out there in center field making the play. And we have Chase Hendricks, big righty from Riverside, getting another crack at it here with a runner in scoring position.
Getting a lot of breaking balls today. I think he got 3 breaking balls his first at bat, and he gets started off with a breaking ball right
did.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they can't hit it. Keep throwing it.
First fastball he's seen in 2 at bats today. He does have some power. I've seen him really get into some baseballs.
Another breaking ball. This one he does wait on it, just didn't wait quite long enough, and the third baseman makes the play. So Hayden Laird gives up one, but
Bradley
it could have been
Runyon.
worse. That is Bradley Runyon over there making the play, and we're going to stay right here. Team Red leads this one 4-2. We are joined in the booth by Coach Crolley from Blythewood High School. Coach, you want to tell us a little bit about what's on tap for Blythewood baseball this year?
Hopefully a whole lot of the same, right? It's the beautiful thing about Blythewood is over the past few years, it's been a place where you go and you get to compete every year. Continue to try to have high-level baseball players and see how deep in the playoffs we can compete.
We've got Jack Campbell in this game. Do we have any other Blythewood players?
Yes, Bowman Rummel.
Bowman Rummel
He should be pitching in the 5th inning.
going to Francis Marion. Francis Marion has really, really turned it around up there. Coach Jeff Jefferson has done an outstanding job, and they have.
Won a regional last year up at North Greenville, actually.
They did.
I think they lost to Catawba. I think they had to play Catawba 2 out of 3 to go to the World Series. Is that right?
Yeah, Jeff Jefferson's the new coach up there, young guy, really relentless recruiter, and
Comes from Pembroke, UNC Pembroke. Did he not?
did, yeah, and he's flipped that place pretty quick.
I heard Coach Crolley up here. He asked me off the air a while ago if Hillcrest won the schedule about 12 games against Blythewood next year.
Oh, Coach, I got to play Hillcrest last year with White Knolls, and I got a lot of talent up there, man.
We've been okay with White Knoll. It's that Blythewood team that's struggling.
I know, but I know what's coming through Hillcrest.
Them Eagles are giving us fits.
So tell us a little bit. I was admiring your physique before the game, Coach Crolley. You're a big weight room guy.
Yes, sir.
And how does that play into how you coach and kind of what kind of regiment that you put your players under as from a strength and conditioning program standpoint?
I'll say that I believe that our baseball players are going to be, they will become some of the most physically adapted guys out there, right? Whether it's size or just speed and what they can do, right? We've already been adjusted a few things the past couple weeks to try to get some speed back in the program. So it's been good, man. The guys buy in quick over there, so it's nice to see.
Little tidbit about Coach Crolley up here. If I'm not mistaken, you're a Sumter native, are you not?
Yes, sir, I am. I grew up in Sumter. I played at Lakewood High School. Played many a games out here.
Played for Barry Hatfield.
Yes, sir.
The
I did.
legend Barry
Yes, sir.
Hatfield.
I did play for Barry Hatfield.
Clemson baseball camp legend Barry Hatfield.
I met him at that camp, and I met Banks Faulkner for the first time as a young, impressionable 12-year-old at that camp.
I remember it well. Barry Hatfield used to always, you're going to have to help me with this, Coach Nelson, but he used to always ask the players, the pitchers, I don't know, you didn't really go with pitchers, I don't think,
No.
but he would ask pitchers, he would say, is throwing a baseball overhand natural? And they would all say yes. And he would say, Well, no, it's not. Have you ever seen a gorilla throw? How does a gorilla throw?
This ball is hammered down the left field line by William Russell. He's got a chance for extra bases. The North Greenville commit.
I wonder if he's Trey. You may know this. Is he committed as a pitcher or is he committed as a hitter?
I think pitcher, but I'm not 100% sure of that. But
6'6".
I think he's closer to 6'8", and he is a very good basketball player.
Okay.
yeah, and I was watching him run too in the 60. It looked like he was running extremely well. So
He's a very good athlete.
and on the mound for Team Red, that is a new pitcher. That is Gavin Kozlowski from
Another-
Burns High School.
Another
Rebel.
one. He's a good arm.
Yeah, I noticed Russell came over to Seneca High School via the transfer portal from the great state of Georgia. I think he came over. I think this past year was his first year over here at Seneca. Got to see him in the fall league last fall. Got to see him
Tucker
play a
Rice
little
up
bit.
to the plate right now.
Tucker Rice batting for Team Orange.
It's a Malden Maverick, is it not?
Let me check.
I think he is.
He wasn't on the sheet, but I have him on the
Yeah,
bottom.
he's a Malden Maverick.
He probably is. I
Looks
would
right at
imagine.
home wearing orange today. Except the numbers are black and not brown. It's our big rivals. We have beat them quite a few times.
Have beat them a
yes,
few
we have.
times.
Yes. Jim Maciejewski's out there listening. I want him to understand that.
Well, Coach, I hope as long as I'm at Blythewood, I can still keep Hillcrest hopeful. So now that you've made that out,
Yeah,
out in the
it's
open.
public. I just, even as AD, I can't beat him. It's crazy. Man.
Tucker Rice in a 2-2 count facing Gavin Kozlowski. Sprays that one out of the zone, and it's going to be a full count here.
Nice job by the catcher. That's a tough ball to his right. And did a nice job keeping that thing from getting to the backstop.
I believe that's Braden Owens back there catching.
That is Braden Owens, ball 4.
Coach Crolley, you being a Sumter native, did you play for the P-15s over here?
I did play for a few years, yes, sir, with Coach Wally Jones.
I was telling them how much nicer this place is than when I played here in 1990 when I was at USC
Yes, sir.
Spartanburg.
They have made a lot of upgrades out here, especially with USC Sumter starting to play out here for their home games.
It's a very unique dugout structure there.
Yes.
I love it. It's open and I love it.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the 20th batter in this lineup.
They're hitting 20 batters.
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually just kind of noticing the same thing there,
I think that's
Cole.
got to be like a record for 20 batters.
And this batter, the 20th batter potentially, is Cole Dawkins from Fountain Inn High School. This one gets in on the hands and pops straight up over there in the Bermuda Triangle in right field. And that is going to be Charlie McCrory tracking that one down.
Surprised we didn't have an infield fly rule called there. Seemed to be that would be the case. But
I was waiting for it.
yeah, it looks like the umpires had a little indecision there as they were looking at each other. It's one of those weird ones. Tough play.
Finally, back to the top of the lineup right here.
Would you deem that play routine, Coach Nelson?
I think I would. Yes, I mean a fly ball. It's pretty high, and it's about a step back on the grass. I think that is routine.
Good swing right there from Carter Kelly as we get back to the top of the order for Team Orange. Kelly got on his first time and was able to come around and score a run, as Coach Faulkner predicted.
He
2
did.
stolen bases.
I'm pretty sure he stole. Yeah.
He's going to be a good pickup. He's going to be a good baseball player for the Cougars.
There's that
Charleston.
very tough pitch to hit right there if you're Kelly. But a well-located pitch from Gavin Kozlowski trying to escape some trouble here after the leadoff double from William Russell and a walk from Tucker Rice. Carter Kelly a chance to drive in a run here.
You know, one thing that's impressive about Carter that a lot of people don't know, Carter's been playing baseball less than 6 years, which is, to me,
crazy.
it
It's
is, isn't
absolutely
it?
insane,
It
yes.
is. And his bat-to-ball skills are excellent, especially when you take that into consideration. He was a really good soccer player growing up.
Maybe that's where the speed comes from. We tend to have soccer players can run a little bit. And
Yeah, that looked like a good pitch from up here. Carter
was
Kelly
waiting.
did not like it, but Kozlowski has done a nice job after the first two base runners got on. Got a chance to get out of this inning without allowing anything, and he's going to have to first get past Cal Schnabel from Daniel High School. Coach Nelson just told us he has committed to East Carolina.
I think his dad played at East Carolina as well, so little legacy there, recruit. And Daniel had a really good team last year. The ball's driven.
Yeah, ball's hit pretty well out there to left field, but not today, as Kozlowski escapes trouble here in the bottom of the fourth. We can stay right here. Trey Dyson, Banks Faulkner, Coach Nelson, as well as Coach Crolley from Blythewood High School has joined us.
And our spotter, Colt West.
Colt West.
It would be Welch.
I like Colt West better. It just
Why do
sounds
you call
better.
him
Where
Colt
did
West?
West come from?
I just like that.
You've
Sounds-
never
it
called
sounds
me
like
West.
he's out west with a Colt gun. I like that Colt West.
Well, yeah, you were confusing me there for a little bit. I thought I was calling him by the wrong name, but I'm glad that Colt West is the same as Colt Welch
It
and
sounds like
Corey
a really
Welch.
good
That's your TV name, like some people have TV names.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
stage
like pen
names.
names.
Like a pen name.
Our
Yeah,
pen
we don't
name.
want to let people know you up here.
TV
Like, we
name.
want,
Well, I think that ship is sailed.
we're gonna have an arm here. Will Nally, a recent transfer to Southside Christian. He's going to run it up there about 88 to 90. And
Where is he coming from?
he is leaving Hillcrest to go back
Okay.
to his original school at Southside Christian.
So the portal giveth and the porteth
And
taketh
does,
away.
and he's going to run it up there about 88 to 90. May touch a 1 here and there.
91. Okay, you sort of confused me there for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, we've been talking about college baseball kind of throughout the state here today, throughout the day. One program we have not touched on is Coastal Carolina. And speaking of the transfer portal, I believe Coach Lamonis has had to do a lot of work within the portal.
Yeah, I think when he took over, he had about 5 guys, right? 5
Yeah.
or 6 guys on his roster.
Maybe even less than that.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he fares taking over that program.
That's like my old alma mater, LSU. I saw that Will Wade only had 4 guys on his basketball roster as we speak. As I'm a notable alumni of that program. And Coach Faulkner, that's an inside joke. He thought I was a 2-way athlete at LSU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I have a Cajun accent, but
I was a 12-year-old
He bought
impressionable
us
young
things.
man, and he was a coach that I looked up to and respected. And he
Yep.
told me that, and I took him for his word.
I told him I played basketball and baseball at LSU, and he bought it. I was at least 5'9" then, I think.
I think at this point the viewers understand the inside joke for how many times we've said it today.
No, absolutely. We don't let people know.
Well,
Colt West.
hopefully they are sticking around, and we're going to have some trivia here about the inside jokes we have told over the course of the next 2 days. We need to create an award for that, as this one, first pitch from Will Nally, is popped up by Charlie McCrory out there to the second baseman. So easy first out there and good start to his
That's 9
outing.
miles an hour.
That might be one of my most favorite things to see is first pitch of the inning out. I love that.
Tell you something I never understood as a coach. If a guy, if this batter right here swings at the first pitch and makes an out, it's going to be 2 pitches, 2
That
outs.
was always a rule of mine. You
Hey,
can't make
well,
2
right.
outs on 2 pitches.
Well, the guys who they get to the third one and then they take the first pitch and they make an out on third, I'm going, oh, okay, that fourth pitch is going to be a lot different than 3 pitch inning. And I know he's going to throw a fastball because he thinks I'm taking right here. So I really always thought about that. Like, okay, we made him throw 1 extra pitch that inning.
Yeah. So are you telling me that you're a big guy who's going to let his hitter swing at that third pitch?
Well, I didn't understand, and I was real big when I was there. You don't have most high school guys are not good breaking ball hitters, and the best way to be successful if you're not a good breaking ball hitter is don't miss the fastball. And if you know a fastball is coming, you should be on time to it. And if the guy made 2 outs, I know what that coach in the other dugout is going to do. A 2-pitch out. I know what that coach is going to do. He's going to throw a fastball because he knows he's taking. And I'm thinking, well, I don't really see a difference between 3 and 4, just to be honest. But I think that's just a baseballism thing that people do.
That was Derek Jones, folks, who lined one into left field for a base hit. Derek Jones struck out in his first at bat and gets a base hit right there, so I know that feels good for him. I think he also was flashing some leather earlier in this game over there at third base. The North Carolina A&T commit. That's going to bring up Emery Yarl.
I'm going to tell you, if he hits a ground ball, you better get rid of it, because this guy can get down the line.
Yep, he did the first at bat, grounded to shortstop. Routine play almost beat it out.
If I'm Coach Holyfield, this guy's going to learn how to bunt a little bit.
Put
Trey,
somewhere on the
Trey's
left
going to
side
have a
of the
heart
field.
attack by hearing me say that.
No, I tell you, I love the base hit button. This ball's hit hard. We're going to get a chance to see him run. But that gobbles up Bradley Runyon out there at shortstop for Team Orange and Team Red, just like that. Runners in scoring position for Coach Crolley's. Oh, wait, no. Jack Campbell's in on deck.
This is going to be a Jack Jolly player right here.
A Jack Jolly player at the
Dolan High
plate,
School.
Jamison Kimbrell, who had a nice at-bat his first time, stroking a single back through the box.
Spark plug here.
Yeah, I'm a fan of this kid. I like him. I think he's a good baseball player. Great time to just sort of leave one down the third base line. That'll do the same thing.
And Nally is he is a Spartanburg Methodist commit. He's going to play for Tyler Miller.
Yeah, and I think that's a
over
good.
SMC.
I saw that, Coach, and I think that's a good get. I like this kid on the mound a lot.
Yeah,
I think he's got a chance to throw really hard.
He's got long levers, as we talked about pitchers, long, puts on some man weight, and he's going to throw the ball really hard.
All right, what are we doing here if y'all are coaches? Are we safety squeezing in this
I don't
situation?
think so. I think I'm going to let this guy he's got some good bat-to-ball skills. I'm going to let him put the ball in play. Or I'm going to let him get hit.
I'm just going to let him stand there.
Oh, he didn't get hit. I
Let
thought that
them-
ball hit him.
Yeah.
The umpire looks a little confused. He thought it hit him too, I believe.
Yeah, and I think Kimbrell might be doing a nice job of faking out the umpire here because he wants another
I
at
thought that ball
bat.
got him too, to be honest.
I don't know that I would want to be in the box right now.
No,
Well, your one saving grace is at least you're a left-handed batter. Right now, I know you aren't, but Kimbrell is.
Yeah, the ball's coming up around his face a little bit.
yeah.
He puts
The
a
one
good
thing
swing on
Nally
it.
has struggled a little bit in the past, having been at Hillcrest, and I've seen him pitch a little bit. Is, command can be an issue at times, and but the arm is actually very good. It's very fast, and the ball comes out of his hand. Definitely got some arm talent there. And
Yeah, this is a good sign for Spartanburg Methodist. I like the kid. I think there's a lot of ceiling here.
it's been a tough, Spartanburg Methodist going from a JUCO to an NAIA school, and there not being a lot of NAIA schools in the area for them to play, so they play a lot of out-of-state schools, and I don't know. CIU is an NAIA school, is that correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And Morris, they NAIA, Morris College maybe. There's not many NAIA schools in South Carolina.
And Kimbrell, another base hit and an RBI. So a great outing here for his Palmetto games. 2 for 2. RBI single right there, and Team Red continues to pour it on here. It is 6-2 in the top of the fifth. And here's our Blythewood guy, Jack Campbell. Coach Crolley, why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
He's a younger kid. He's a 29, right? And this is one of the good things about being able to come to the Palmetto games is I'm getting a chance to see him play live action before getting to the season.
And just for the high school, all those people out there in the high school league, Coach Crolley did not throw BP to his guy today. He didn't hit him fungos. He didn't work with him at all, so he didn't violate a high school league rule. We had to do that a couple times today with Coach T.O. Osterman. He can't throw to his guys. Coach Holyfield could not hit fungos in this
Yes,
game
sir.
because he's got guys in the game. And
Absolutely.
I'm no longer in high school baseball, so I can say this. That's a stupid rule.
yeah, well,
mean, that's
I can't
silly.
say that. I'm
That's,
I
I know you can't, but I will. It's silly.
I adhere to the rules of
That's
the South
silly.
Carolina High School League. As an
That's
athletic
nonsense.
I would love to see him have just a beautiful baseball at bat right here.
We'll
Do
see.
a job.
All right, well, he's got a chance here against the live arm of Will Nally. A little erratic, so it's going to make for a tough at bat, but
is always a big proponent right here. The worst thing you do right here is hit a ground ball to second base.
Yes,
You
sir.
score the run with those guys
Absolutely.
back. So you don't have to do too much. Try to do it early in the count.
Good cut right there. Looking to certainly drive the ball in that 1-0 count.
All right,
So,
that's a good swing. Like, I like that swing
That's
with
a
no
good 1-0
strikes.
count, yeah.
Now, you've got to just try to get jammed.
You don't
the
even have
ball
to
in the
hit the
middle
ball
of the
to
field.
second base. You can hit a ground ball to shortstop with
Just-
him back and
just
score
get
the
jammed
run. Just
in the
stay
middle
out
of the
middle,
field.
Stay out of third
Yep.
base.
That's it. Just get jammed in the middle of the field.
off speed pitch. Good job right there waiting for it.
Staying on it.
It looked like he was, trying to see the ball deep right there and trying to do exactly what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, and that's like an example there. Even if the bat doesn't work out, I like that as a coach because he's showing me that he's trying to do what the game's telling him to do. The game's hard. I mean, this is a pretty good arm that's throwing in a little fuzzy up there and tough at bat.
I thought that was a good pitch too.
Yeah, really good. It looked like a slider there from Will Nally to get Campbell there. So, like you said, it's tough nowadays with these high school kids throwing 90 miles an hour with some pretty plus secondary stuff. And it's a big out right there from Will Nally.
Yeah, I used to implore to our guys, whatever you do, don't hit the ball to third base. Yeah. 'Cause that's the one place that you're probably not going to score from.
Yeah.
Good block. Who was that back there, Colt?
That looks like number 14.
We would work a lot on that play at
Steve?
practice.
No.
We'd try to simulate it. You got one
Number-
chance
Is that
to
Toby
score.
Lowe?
15, I
To get
believe.
him in,
Toby
you
Lowe.
know?
Toby Lowe with
Toby
the
Lowe.
green
Read
stop
that
back
ball,
there.
if you read it
Yeah.
bound,
Really like him behind the plate
if it
today.
sits
He's
flat,
done a
you
really
gotta
good job
sit.
back there.
Yep. And Reeves Israel at the plate.
Got a really good drill we learned to do for balls in dirt from Stanley Moss, good friend of mine who coaches up at Chapman. He taught us you can use multiple runners at multiple bases, and we set up an L screen behind the plate. And you could do it as a coach, and you could throw into it. And if the ball hit the L screen in the air, your runners went back. If the ball bounced and you're at first base, we're going to go on every ball in the dirt. If we get thrown out, we get thrown out. That's on me as a coach. But players become really aggressive and learn. Then you got to apply your rules. Obviously, at second base, if the ball bounces towards first, you can go. If the ball bounces toward third, you don't sit. And then at third base, you read it. And really, really good drill.
I'll tell you another good drill, Coach. You have a pitcher get on the mound. Okay, it's good for, reading the dirt ball at first base.
Yeah.
So you got to get your runner to train their eyes to not go from the mound straight to the plate. They got to really track the ball. So what you do is you set up an L screen about halfway between. You take a tarp, you cover the L screen, so now it gets into a blind spot, and they have
Right.
to read it early.
Oh, cool. I like that.
I can attest, we did do that when I was helping Coach Faulkner at Blythewood.
Yeah, I remember
We did that.
I remember that too when I was
It's a good
coaching
drill.
with
It's
you.
not fun to set up because you have to take a tarp and you have to get it over.
Especially for
the-
guys like me that played basketball at 5'9", it's tough.
Some tall guys that could do it.
Me being the Division I basketball player I was, I could jump up and over the L screen and get that thing.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, believe it or not, Coach Nelly could dunk a basketball.
Back in the day.
Just a tremendous athlete. And what a job there from Will Nally, really showing off that stuff that you guys were talking about. Not the cleanest inning of work, but you could certainly see the potential there in his arm.
One thing.
We're going to stay right here, folks, as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Team Red leads at 6-2, and Colt West is ready to give an opinion on something here. Go ahead, Colt.
So, Will Nally that inning, maybe I have this wrong, but I only have him at 21 pitches. I just don't believe that.
Well, he got a one pitch out,
Yeah, he also
and then it was an early single within
Yeah.
it was a 2-0 single, so
they
that's
kicked
only
the ball
4.
shortstop.
Yes, it just barely counts, I guess.
Yeah.
That was just confusing to me for how long that inning felt.
It did kind of feel long, but he did a really nice job. And then two big strikeouts there
Yeah.
to
Speaking
strand the
of-
runner on third.
Speaking of how long this is, this game to me, guys, feels like it is the longest one of the year. Do y'all agree with that? I mean,
No,
we
I
had
know
a
for me, I'm
we had a
getting
shootout
out of here
the
when
last
this game is
game.
over, and I feel like when you're trying to get out of somewhere, you got a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
You gonna stop at the old basketball school on the way home? Go to LSU then?
No, since Lane Kiffin took over football, I'm a little disgruntled at LSU, so I'm not going to follow the Tigers. I'm going to pull for the other Tigers this year up the road in orange and purple.
And we have a new pitcher on the mound, folks. I believe this is one of your guys, Coach.
It's like a Blythewood Dingle.
Bowman Rummel.
Bowman Rummel. You want to tell us a little bit about what you know about him, what you're excited about?
So Bowman was actually an 8th grader the last year that I was at Blythewood. So coming back, I kind of get to see where he's progressed from as an 8th grader to now. He just recently committed to Francis Marion, right? We were talking about it earlier. From what I hear, he's been up to 86, 87 on the mound, right? Kind of plays with a few different arm slots. So it'll be good to see what he can do.
I think he's.
Yes, sir.
I've
Okay,
seen
sir.
him a
I
bunch of
can't.
times. I think he throws a heavy ball, and he sinks it, and it to me, I don't know what his metrics are, but I bet he spins it pretty good because it's heavy,
Yeah, it looks like he's slinging it in there pretty good.
Banks, you've been the pitching guy up here. Obviously, Trey didn't like pitchers because he's a left-handed hitter.
Trey would get frustrated with hitters, though, and he would say he wanted to coach pitchers.
I love
I'm like,
coaching
Trey,
pitching.
You have to stay with the hitters.
Now umpiring a good bit. I do see guys who throw what I call heavy baseball. Gavin Henderson, the kid over at Bowling Springs, is
Yep.
probably going to be a draft pick. Got a chance to be a draft pick next year. Once we get going here, explain to our listeners a little bit what it means to throw a heavy baseball and why it seems like it's a heavy baseball, so to speak. So you hear that term thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
People don't know what it means.
Yeah, Coach, to me, I think everybody's got a different, there you go, up to 87. I think everybody's got a different opinion on it. To me, it's almost like the last 10 feet, the ball just sort of finds another gear, and it jumps on guys, and you see a lot of guys that, to me, he's a guy that when he's good, the ball's going to be on the ground a lot, and it's going to be a lot of soft contact, off the handle, off the cap, but not a lot of balls barreled.
Yeah, I would say that as someone, it's typically referring to late life most of the time.
There you go.
And it's guys that you don't want to play catch with.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball through the catcher, not to the catcher, so to speak.
Yeah, and there were certain guys, and typically they all, the first name that comes to my mind, John Kootlangus, a guy I coached with as well as played with at South Carolina. He was a center fielder at South Carolina, ended up pitching in the big leagues.
The Reds, right?
He did, yep. He and Marcus McBeth, two center fielders at South Carolina that ended up making the big leagues as pitchers.
Marcus McBeth, the Woodruff, South Carolina native.
Yes, Marcus McBeth, maybe quite possibly the best outfielder arm in the history of baseball.
What does Marcus McBeth and John Kootlangus have in common?
Well, I
They
just
both
told
played
you.
at South Carolina and both played with the Reds.
And they both never pitched in college.
Correct.
Okay.
And they pitched in the big leagues.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but every time I'd play catch with John Kootlangus, it was awful because he would hurt my hand. He had a heavy ball. He was hard to hit as Griffin Goins walks, and that brings up Hayne Pertulik, who had a really good at bat his first time, stroking a ball back through the middle for a base hit.
Yeah, I think that was one of the harder hit balls of this game, if I'm not mistaken.
It certainly was.
Seems to be on that right there. Pretty good.
He needs to.
So we'll have a chance here for one of those heavy fastballs. This would be a good opportunity for Rummel to try to induce a double play ball. And he gets a swing and miss. First base is occupied, so he'll be out, but the catcher throws it anyway. And we got one down here with the strikeout.
He still don't know that he's out. There we go.
I don't think anyone knows
It's up the umpire. They're
that
all
he's out. But a nice job right there from Rummel. Looked like a little slider there, or potentially a changeup. But gets a good left-handed batter there with the swing and miss, and Hayne Pertulik. Runner does advance to second base. That's going to bring up Christian Conley from Fountain Inn.
Viva Las Vegas. Oh,
Would you describe Rummel as a little, I don't mean this, I mean this as a positive. He's a little funky.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh, 100%.
And I think that's a good thing. I think he's got some funk in there. I've seen him pitch a bunch, and he never gets hit, or hit hard. So, which I think we talked about that earlier today, which he's got something unique. Like the fastball just does not get hit hard, and he can sort of pitch it a lot.
Well, he hides his ball pretty well. He's got a short arm. It's short in the back. You can see it. He kind of short arms it a little bit in the back, and then it's almost like he's got a little sidewind to it. With a little, it's like a little 3/4 slot. Agree with that?
Yes.
Somewhere like
This
Look at that.
one
That's
is-
what I mean right there. Just a little.
kinda
something.
shallow.
Oh,
And
what's
we got a
going
guy.
on?
I
It's a
don't know what's
four-cell.
going on here. We
Yeah,
got
double
that's-
play.
Yeah.
Now he's out.
Now he's
Yeah,
out.
now he's
Now-
out.
now
I
they're both
15
out.
outs going on.
You're out and you're out.
That's,
I don't know.
that's the end of the inning.
Yep.
There
So
you go.
Yep, that is the end of
that
the
was a
inning.
weird looking play.
To catch all
Kind
Chris.
of no man's land as
Yep.
base runner there.
Yep.
So how's Colt going to score that one in game? Folks, we're staying right here. We're going to help Colt score that one in
Okay.
Game Changer.
Yes.
That's gonna be
So-
that's gonna be a 6-4
I can't.
unassisted
So we're going to
6-5
go pitch,
tag 6-5.
ball and
Yeah,
play.
ball and play.
Ground ball.
Was that a ground ball or was that a line
It
drive?
was a ground ball short.
Okay.
Fielder's
Short,
choice
short,
double
yep.
play. We go to short. You can click done, and they're both done.
Okay, folks, we are solving all the world's issues in this year's Palmetto games, and we're so thankful you're here to join us.
And in case, I've tried to say it a couple times, but Christian Conley got hit by a pitch. I don't know if we said that, but
Yes,
That's cool.
Did we
Christian
say that?
Conley did get hit by a pitch.
that was how that double play happened.
Yep, yep.
Fielder's choice double play.
I think Colt's just wanting to get a little bit of recognition for his future classmate at Fountain Inn High School.
I think he'll
Cool.
graduate by the
That
time.
was smart.
okay.
That was smart, Colt. Okay, folks, we are all the way through 5 innings here at this year's Palmetto Games. We are going to take a slight break, and we will join you on the other side. Please stay with us.
Now batting for the Northeast team, Brandon Owens, Burns High School, class of 2027.
Hey, everybody, we are back. We are having a lively time up here. We've got a new pitcher on the mound for Team Orange, and he hails from JL Mann High School, Reese Torgerson.
Good
The
young
righty.
arm right here. Yeah, 29.
And he is facing for Team Red, Braden Owens from Burns High School. Coach, you know much about Torgerson?
This is my first time I've seen him.
They were in our region last year, and I don't think he threw and stuff. If he did, I don't remember.
Heard a lot of good things about him, so I'm looking forward to seeing this.
We'll see him for the next 4 years, 3 years. He's a sophomore, right?
That's correct.
We are in the top of the 6th here, winding down day 1 of the Palmetto Games. Team Red leading this one 6-2, managed by Peyton Spangler from Clinton High School.
Spangler don't lose a whole lot. He hasn't lost a lot at Clinton. No, he's going to lose tonight here unless something drastic happens in the next 5 outs.
I talked to Coach Spangler the other day, and he told me he was coming here to win. Goes right to what you said.
Very good start for Reese Torgerson, getting Braden Owens to strike out. And he is now going to be facing Jordan Scott.
Yeah, I was actually coaching Lawrence, and Peyton was a player at Clinton, and then he went on to play for Russell Triplett down at Newberry College, and was a very good player for them.
Jordan Scott, North Augusta High School, listed as a primary pitcher. Getting in at bat right here.
Had to be a pretty exciting time to win a state championship with your dad on your staff. first time your dad's ever coached baseball, coaches with you, and you win a state title. That's be pretty cool.
I would think that would be very
think
cool.
Coach Hucks has probably won one with his dad on the staff at least, and I don't know many other father-son coaching duos where the dad is actually an assistant to the son.
And really live fastball there. Only 86 out of the hand, but it looked a little bit quicker from up here.
I think one reason why it looked quicker, Trey, is because he's done a good job of landing his secondary stuff. That's one of the first fastballs I've seen.
So full count here to Jordan Scott. And there's another breaking ball there in a 3-2 count. Fouled away, so we get to do it again.
You know, Banks, a lot of times I think with pitching, it's just a theory that guys who don't throw overly hard at a young age, they learn to locate their secondary stuff because they have to have it to get guys out. And then when the velocity finally comes, when they get bigger and stronger, they already know how to pitch. Instead of some of these guys who are 8th and 9th graders throwing 90 miles an hour, they never really learn how to pitch. Right. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy for thinking
No,
that way.
I completely agree, and there's different theories on it. I don't know that there's a right one or a wrong one. But I personally think a kid that learns how to pitch, and you got to have velocity to an extent. I mean, but as long as it's as long as that velocity is okay, and it just keeps ticking up 2 to 3 miles an hour, I think those kids not only learn how to pitch, they throw multiple pitches and they stay healthy. I think what worries me is when I see these kids, especially these little wiry guys that are throwing 90 miles an hour at 15 years old, they're gonna break down, man. I always will tell parents, like, just really limit their pitching. I'd rather them almost not pitch than to throw too much,
Yeah, my dad always told me there's 2 types of pitchers. There's a legit pitcher or there's a thrower.
That's
Just some
good
dudes.
advice.
He's right.
All you gotta do is watch Williamsport in the next couple of weeks, and you'll see a big 12-year-old at 46 feet just dominate. And most, not all the time, you'll have guys that are a little bit outside the norm, but you'll see a guy in Williamsport from 46 feet just dominate a game.
The best pitcher I've ever seen at 12 years old was Alex Edmondson. Who
Exactly.
remembers
Yes,
that name?
absolutely.
Dominant. And
Yes.
he got Clemson at their 98, but struggled,
And
got
he had
hurt.
He had some injuries, and unfortunately, he ended up in North Greenville. I
He
think.
did for a little bit.
Went to Coastal, I think.
Yeah, he was good at Clemson when he was in the strike zone.
And what you see, though, is those guys, or you'll see hitters hit the ball 400 feet at Williamsport with a terrible swing because they're bigger than everybody else. And then, and you do see some guys who were really good at Williamsport that end up being professional baseball players. I remember the guy when y'all coach, you weren't alive, but Chris Drury won the World Series. He ended up being a professional. I didn't know a hockey player. Chris Drury
Okay.
played in the Little League World Series, ended up being a professional hockey player.
That was Bo Height who grounded out to third, and who made that play?
That was the third base.
Quinn Walsh, I believe, made that play for Team Orange.
Yeah,
Quinn Walsh is a really good athlete. I think he ran about a 6'5" today as well.
Yeah, he's a
6'6".
good player. Played with the Diamond Devils this summer. They had a good group coached by Matt Spivey, and they had a really good player. He was there. Kuhn, Reeves Israel, 3 kids here today. They all could run. Very athletic.
Yeah, I've seen Quinn play a lot. He pitched a little bit for St. Joe's. He caught a little bit for St. Joe's. Played shortstop. Played outfield. He is a true utility baseball player. You can probably put him anywhere on the field. Obviously, he's got wheels, and I think he's got a couple offers on the table right now. I don't want to get into all their recruiting business, but I think he's going to have a chance to play at the next level.
And Luke Young is at the plate, Coach. I think you told me that Luke Young hit double-digit home runs in high school this year.
13 or 14, I think it was.
Yeah, it's 14, I believe.
Well, he's in a good hitter's count right here in this 3-1 pitch and gets one to hit, but pops it straight up.
Tough play.
I don't know if that's going to stay in play. That is going to stay in play, and the catcher,
It's Corbin King.
Corbin King, makes the play to end the inning. So Reese Torgerson, a nice job there for Team Orange to pitch a scoreless inning as Luke Young flies out to the catcher. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th and tell you all about the new pitcher for Team Red when we come back. Hey everybody, we are back here for the bottom of the 6th. Team Red throws out a new pitcher, Finn Howard, Emerald High School 2027, right-handed pitcher. Over the top arm action, pours that one in for a strike to start his outing here for the Palmetto games. 0-1 count.
Finn's got an older brother going to Wofford, right?
He does. That's Will Howard.
Will Howard. It's going to be a terrier.
This one taken high.
He should be able to, from this slot, create a lot of ride. He should have a pretty good 12-6 breaking ball. And I've found guys that throw with this slot, they are hard to square up.
Hides the ball really well. It's hard
He
to see
does.
baseball.
Now, his shoulder is probably not feeling too good. That is tough. But it's advantageous when you're facing hitters.
Bradley Runyon is who he is facing from Daniel High School, left-handed batter. Runyon puts it in play, hits it over there to second base, who comes up with it, fields it cleanly, comes
Bo
across.
Height.
That's Bo Height, the slick fielder Bo Height for out number 1. So Finn Howard gets off to a good start. And that is going to bring him.
We're going to have Viking versus Viking right here. You don't see this very often in the Palmetto games.
Now, Coach Height's going to have him a good team, though. I'm looking out there. You got
Yes.
Marino, you got Howard, you got Bo Height, maybe one other guy.
You got a really good little catcher, Eli Swansea. Coming
Oh,
back.
yeah,
I don't
he
think he's
does.
here today, but
He is a good
he's
player.
a good little player. They are going to be, he had to get through it. You got to get through it sometimes when you're really young at a smaller school.
Absolutely.
Colson Marino at the plate here for Team Orange. And that looked like a good one from up here, but taken for a ball. So 2-0 to Colson Marino.
Imagine these guys have faced off a few times in inter squads before already. If I'm not mistaken, Marino laced the ball down the left field line his last at bat for a base hit.
Who's got the 3 RBI hit in this game?
That was Jordan Scott from North Augusta.
That was Jordan Scott.
Heck of an effort out there in left
He,
field. I
he
thought he-
doubled.
This one is skied high into left field, and he's going to put it away. But he was going for it right there.
I tell you, these guys that are playing, these outfielders can all run, and you better be able to run here because this is a lot of real estate in the outfield.
I was noticing the ball earlier was hit pretty deep by somebody opposite field. I'm going, high school that might have a chance, but not here.
That's going to bring up Corbin King, the catcher from Blue Ridge High School.
And y'all know this, but our audience may not. Just because you run well does not mean you're a good outfielder. It's one of my pet peeves is outfield play. And so many guys, they run really well, but they just are not as
Take
good
bad
at it.
angles to the
They do.
baseball.
They take bad angles. They don't read the ball well. They don't run through the ball. And so the best way, if you're an outfielder watching at home, to get better at that, it's real simple. When your team's taking batting practice, get out there, get the guys away from you so you can play the position and just play balls live.
I agree.
Yep. Can't
Get
beat
your
it.
POs on the fence. Tell them to get out of your way. If you're going to dive in a game, you got to dive in practice. You got to see what you can and cannot do.
Very wise words.
Make practice as game-like as humanly possible.
And a lot of that's obviously on the high school coach, and how they like to run
And
things.
You know
But
what? It's funny you say that is you will see. Banks coached a long time. I've coached a long time, and Trey, you, and all of us up here have coached a long time. Is you can tell which teams work on things in practice and which teams don't. When you go to play an opponent, and you better be on your A game, and they're prepared. And a lot of these guys come from really good. It's not surprising to see a lot of the same guys from the same program
right.
because those coaches do a good job. And you obviously have to be talented, but you also have to. A good buddy of mine who used to coach at Clemson, now he's coaching in pro ball, one time told me this, and this is probably 6 years ago, that players are more skilled than they've ever been, but they know the game less than they ever in past, just because they don't practice as much as used to when you're growing up. And Cole, you won't know anything about this. There was no travel ball when I was growing up, so you played Legion or you played whatever. When you lost your last game, you put the balls away and you picked it back up the next spring. And so
You practice more than you play. Now I think it's
It's flipped.
backwards.
I mean, you used to practice for a month and a half, practice all season to play. I think when I was in high school, we played 18 games. That was the max until the playoffs. And now it's 26, and 26, you're just kind of getting started in the summer sometimes. I mean, yeah, I bet you, Matt, and I'm not knocking it because I coached it too. I bet you, Banks, you guys probably played 30, 40 ball games this summer, maybe?
Played 30. So.
Yeah. Now, you add that to the high school season, and now you got kids who play fall ball as well. You're looking at 70 ball games, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's half a pro season.
Probably too much.
Yeah.
This is
I think just a mental break is good. My rule of thumb was always if I was feeling burned out, I just gave my team the day off because I knew they were. And
They are.
And I found sometimes taking a day off was the best medicine.
And then you get to the next level in colleges. You're playing 50+ ball games. I mean, you're playing every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at least once during the midweek.
Well, you could be in D2 ball and play a game on Friday night and then turn around and play a doubleheader
on Saturday.
Back-to-back walks for
You go, you play 4 games on a weekend.
Correct.
Doubleheader on Saturday and doubleheader on Sunday.
That was
The
Jack
best nights to
Lurstang
sleep
with a
I've ever
walk,
gotten
and that's
are
going
after
to
those
bring up
marathon weekends.
Quinn Walsh. We just talked about him making the play in the field. Y'all were talking about what a good player he is. He's getting a chance to hit right here.
He's a spark plug type player, I call him.
I remember going to South Carolina as a freshman, talking about lack of games played and stuff. And we practiced a couple games, and then all of a sudden we're out there doing scrimmages. And I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. I had no idea that we actually got to play games
In the fall.
in practice in the fall. And then we just kept playing more and more games. It was the greatest thing ever.
He wasn't big on practicing too much. He didn't like the fundamentals.
I did actually love practice at South Carolina. Coach Tanner ran an outstanding practice, and we had so much fun because we got to hit a lot. And but the scrimmage games were awesome too. Quinn Walsh, good little swing right there, but finds himself in an 0-2 count against Finn Howard.
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I don't think I don't think he enjoyed the base running at practice.
You know, Coach Tanner didn't make us practice base running. He practiced hitting home runs.
The way y'all hit, you didn't have to run the bases. That's what I always told my high school guys. How many of you hit a high school home run? And you might have 3 or 4 raise their hand. So how many of you hit multiple home runs in high school? And of course, half the hands go
Right.
down. How many of you hit more than 8 home runs in a season? You may have 1 if he's a dude. And it's like, well, then you've had 100 at bats and you only hit 1 home run this year. We need to learn how to run the
No,
bases.
no, we
That's
did
the way
practice.
I'm sure you
Yeah,
did.
we did, and we talked about it a lot too. It was a good little breaking pitch right there from Finn Howard to get the tough Quinn Walsh swinging. So nice outing from Quinn Howard. That was the bottom of the 6th. Team Red leads us 6-2. We're going to stay right here as we head to the last inning here on day 1 of the Palmetto games. But now I was actually talking with Stuart Lake earlier in this week, and one of the things that we would do after every scrimmage was we would go over the game when we go over certain plays in the game.
Yep.
And that to me is where we really did work on like base running talk, was just going over the plays after the game, and I got so much out of that. It was one of my favorite parts of the day, was just actually getting a chance to talk about the game after you just got done playing it.
Now, what year did you graduate at South Carolina?
I graduated in 2002.
Okay, so we're talking 24, well, in the spring, it'll be 25 years ago. So
A
we're
long
talking
time ago.
Quarter of a century.
Yep.
Did you guys watch much video back then? Was that a part of anything you did? Or
No.
no? It
No,
was
we-
just, yeah.
We would get a few games that would be on television, probably 5 or so per year, that would be like the game of the week or something like that,
Right,
where we
yeah.
could kind of review some game tape. But no, we just did a lot of talking.
I think that's been the biggest evolution in the game is the analytical part and the information, because we talked about in the last game, breaking down film. And heck, I mean, most high schools you play now, your bats are on Game Changer, or they're on, what's it called? What's the program?
Athletes go up.
AWRE. Not,
Athletes go up.
yeah, not trying to promote anybody on here, but I know Matt Spivey down at James Island has cameras on his dugout. He has it
Andy
on-
Hallett's getting those at his new school. He was
Yeah.
telling me about it. It's pretty neat.
And you can see it bats from every angle, and you can watch your
Yeah,
pictures that way.
That's what he
You can-
told me.
Yeah, you can zoom in. You can, you can see a lot
The
of stuff.
coolest thing Spivey's got is those damn lights.
Every win.
Those lights that turn on and off. And
Oh, when you hit a home run.
yeah, and they
like a
they
football
turn the
stadium.
lights out and then they get
When they win a game, they have strobe lights.
usually after every game because they usually win.
They usually win every game.
They don't lose at home much.
They don't fly the W though, like the Cubbies.
They're pretty good, man. A lot of respect for him.
I worked with him for about 5 or 6 summers, and I'll tell you, he's very thorough, and
He is. He's
he knows the
excellent.
game, and he demands those guys work. And
Well, I
that's why
will
they have
let y'all
success.
know how good they are this year because we play them first game of the regular season. They're going to come down to us.
You're gonna see
They're
it
coming
all.
to Blythewood?
Yes, sir. They are coming to Blythewood.
I'll be there as long as the weather's nice. I will not go watch baseball in March if the weather's not nice.
If I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say it's gonna be cold.
And I'll probably watch it from the house.
Folks, we got a new pitcher here as we head to the top of the 7th inning for Team Orange, and that's going to be Tucker Sifrey for J.L. Mann. And he's going to be squaring off against Camden Finley.
Tell you now, Tucker's brother runs it up there at about 94 to 96, and they're built a lot alike. I'll leave it at that. This guy, they're built big body kids with big trunks, and actually
Tucker's a good player. Tucker can really hit.
yeah, his brother's mainly a pitcher, Dawson, but
Where's he at, Coach
he's
Nelson?
at Lander
Okay.
University. I saw him, got
Excellent.
to see him pitch a little bit this year. And I'll tell you, he's going to be a guy one day. If you could see that radar go up to 96, 98. Yeah, it's a big body kid. And he doesn't look like his brother's too far behind him in that category. What's he? He rising junior, I think, or he's junior JL man
He's
now.
a 28.
Okay, yep. They seem to have a lot of pitchers over there on the JL man side of town. They've always had a stable of arms over there. Even when I was coaching there, we had some really good arms. And Luke Jones is a product of JL man. That's now at South Carolina. Used to be at Coastal. And,
Well, that was a great breaking ball right there from Tucker Sifry to get Camden Finley swinging, and that is going to bring up Jack Bailey from Burns High School to take a crack at Sifry.
I think J.L. Mann has also had a history of good pitching coaches, too.
I don't really recall many very good pitching coaches over there. Corey West was a pretty good. Corey Welch, excuse me, was a pretty good pitching guy over there I worked with. Obviously, I'm joking. Corey does a great job, and we worked together over there for a couple of years, and it was a really fun time. Tried to get him to come to Hillcrest with me, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Another good breaking ball right there from Tucker Sifry.
He's really landing it right now in the spots he needs to.
And here comes the 0-2. What's he going to go to, guys? He's going hard. He's
Quick pitch
staying
right
hard.
there, looked like, didn't it?
It looked quick out of the hand. Came out at 83. May have done, maybe quickened the delivery there a little bit.
Quick right there, yeah. A little
You know, I
deception.
think that's something that guys should do more of. Now, I would preface that. I learned that from Trey. You know, he was big on that. Disrupting timing.
I was
Russell
gonna say, that's
Triplett.
all you're trying to do is disrupt timing.
Russell Triplett was real big on it too. Now I would preface that by saying, to me, before they do that, they got to show that they can have command. You know, you take a guy
Absolutely.
that doesn't have command and do that, and you're
It's a recipe for disaster.
It
Yeah,
is.
I
It
will
is.
say though, for any coaches out there listening, sometimes if a kid doesn't have good command to begin with, doing that kind of athletic type movement can sometimes actually kind of lock him in a little bit.
I agree. I think the biggest thing, anybody will tell you hitting. You show me a guy that's got good timing, I'll show you a guy that could probably hit a little bit. And hitting is all timing. So if you're a pitcher, I don't care. You could shoot that thing out of a bazooka in Major League Baseball. If it's just a straight fastball, they can hit it. I don't care how hard you throw it. And It's kind of getting that way at the high school level, really, for better players. And being able to mix it. And
It's fun to watch too.
the guys that do the double leg lift, I can't remember the guy's name in pro ball that would do
Trevor Bauer.
Trevor Bauer,
Trevor
Johnny
Bauer,
Johnny Cueto.
Yeah, those guys would do the little pump, and they would do all
Yeah.
kind of things just to try to get in the pitcher's head the batter's head a little bit.
Yeah, we had a guy at North Greenville when I was there. He actually led the country in ERA and WHIP during our national championship run in 2024. And his name was Noah Takis. He was like a kind of an 87, 88
Brother is now at
North
brother
Greenville.
transferred from Mercer to North Greenville.
That's right.
My son played with him up in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League with the Lyman Locos.
Cruz Honeycutt goes down swinging, and a very impressive performance from Tucker Sifry from J.L. Mann High School. Team Red continues to lead here 6-2. And we're just going to stay right here as we wind things down here. Go ahead, Colt.
I'd like to say, Banks, he followed your 4-pitch rule. Earlier today, you said you got to get out every 4 pitches.
Yeah,
12 pitches that inning.
You're a stud, man. You have such awareness. You have such you listen. Yeah, I'm
Look
impressed.
at-
I'm impressed with you, man. I'm a hard sell, but you've sold me. Yeah, I mean it's not the earth shattering, man, but early action. That's always been one of my big ones. Like, let's force something to happen within 4 pitches, and it keeps the game moving. It keeps your defense engaged. It keeps the fans into the game. You know, baseball is a slow game that can, honestly, as much as I love baseball, it can get boring.
Yep.
So we want to see action, and
Not as
so
bad as banana ball, but I'll go back to that statement earlier.
hey, I'll talk about banana ball because I was sort of with you right off the bat, and I don't totally disagree with you. It is not what I would probably watch first, but I will say, sometimes even if it's not your cup of tea, you have to tip your hat and respect the fact that when you can fill a 100,000 seat stadium with people to watch it,
listen.
you have to respect it.
As far as being a high school AD, we try to market our programs and
Yeah.
brand our programs. What that guy's done with that, he took an idea, and it is a brand. He markets it to, you're selling out Foxborough Stadium, you're selling out Death Valley, you're selling out Fenway, you're selling out all the major venues in the country. It obviously has a following. It's just It's not my cup of tea, but it's obviously somebody's.
But you know what, Coach? We are not the future
Oh, exactly.
in this
Yeah,
game.
we're the
People like
dinosaurs.
Colt are, and
Colt's
he
been
loves
to a
it.
game. Yeah, he's been to
So-
a
My
Yeah,
nephew,
I've been-
who is Colt's next door neighbor, a year younger than Colt, he loves it. You know, and those are the guys that are going to be passing this along. So I don't. I think it's dangerous to, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I don't think it's the right thing to just dismiss it. I mean, I think you got to at
No,
least
it's-
respect it as having
listen,
a place. And
This is going to sound really crazy. They actually have banana ball travel leagues for young players.
They do.
Now they've started.
And
I'm
se-
not kidding. Am I lying? I'm telling the truth.
There
now,
are
that
people
might
in
be
my
a little
school-
much,
They
but
are, no, I'm telling you because it had such a following. I don't want to say cult, but it had such a following that they've started. Because you're right, baseball can be boring.
I know a
Yeah.
kid that played in one of those. It's banana ball rules. You try to do trick plays, but
Yeah, I don't really particularly like going to professional baseball games and watching.
Folks,
I'll watch
we are in the bottom of the 7th here as we are moseying right along. Trey Dyson, Banks
Trey's bailing us
Faulkner,
out.
Dale Nelson, Colt West, and Coach Crolley from Blythewood High School. We're up here calling the action. We're discussing a little banana ball. Silas Brown is on the mound for Team Red and Corbin Little at the plate. Coach, go ahead and continue, please.
I want to see this Hillcrest Ram, this future Ram right here. See what he's got.
Silas Brown from Broome High School. And just a great outing from Tucker Sifry in the top half of the 7th.
Silas plays for Ben Waddle.
yeah, I've had Silas the last 2 summers, and good to see the ball coming out of his hand. Silas has battled a little bit of arm issues this summer. When he was healthy, he's pitched well. But good to see the ball coming out of his hand, and good to see him healthy.
So we are heading to the home stretch here for day 1. A good little off-speed pitch gets Corbin Little swinging, so he goes down on strikes. But I wanted to ask Colt, we were talking about banana ball. Now we're talking about banana travel ball for young players. Is that something that you would like to?
no.
No?
No, one thing about banana ball that I will always live by this, it's not baseball, it's entertainment.
There we go.
It's like wrestling, like WWE. I mean, we
That's
know it's
really
not legit wrestling.
That's wrestling.
It's wrestling, yeah. But it's
So not even for one tournament you wouldn't want to do it?
I mean,
Because I know
Not
you probably got
really.
some trick plays up your sleeve.
it's hard to do a trick play from left field.
All you got to do is a backflip and
I
catch the ball.
I don't want to break my neck, so
Trey, I don't think young kids, for the most part, can catch and throw. They need to maybe
I-
learn
I-
to do that, right?
I can confirm. Some kids do not want to catch and throw.
No, I mean, I grew up watching the Harlem Globetrotters,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on TV. ABC Wide World of Sports used to come on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
I was not like, I loved watching basketball, college basketball, and I'm just not a.
Be careful
I was
with
not a
things.
big Globetrotters fan because the one thing I will say is that the one thing I do appreciate about banana ball is it's not predetermined outcomes anyway. At least they're really competing,
Yeah.
which at least.
It's hard to script baseball.
But the guy's a genius.
Silas Brown, another strikeout. That time, Stephen Hudgens goes down swinging, and we are potentially at the last batter of day 1. That's going to be Toby Lowe. We've called his name a lot. He's done a nice job back there catching and had a nice base hit his last time up.
The banana ball guy, if I'm not mistaken, he was the general manager of the Forest City Owls in the Coastal Plain League at one time before he went to Savannah.
They did a coastal. The story goes he was in a coastal plain league, and they were struggling to stay open because they couldn't sell tickets. And then all of a sudden, they started doing random stuff
Yeah.
at the game. I mean, they were still in a legit baseball league.
It's a lot like the guy that
Yeah.
runs the Blowfish. What's his name? Sheehan or
Shanahan.
Shanahan. He was a big promoter of. Wasn't he with? Was he the same guy that was with the?
He's
He's on some minor league
Yeah.
stuff.
He
and-
used to be with the Bombers when they were
Yeah.
at Columbia. He I don't know how true this is, but I heard this summer that originally that the Bananas guy you're talking about, Colt, originally wanted to put the team in Gastonia.
this one is
And-
chopped
and
right
they
over
bought-
the pitcher's head. Shortstop
bought
picks it up.
that
Is
in.
that Jack
It's
Campbell?
and I like it. That's a good play.
It is
And
a
Coach
really nice
Crowley's kid brings us home to finish out the night. Jack Campbell with an athletic play. Silas Brown, an outstanding effort by him as we wrap up Game 3. Folks, Team Red is going to win this one 6-2. It's been a pleasure to bring you the action here today. And coaches, you want to give your final thoughts here on as we wrap up day 1?
I'll go first because I'm out of here today.
Coach
My
Nelson,
last day.
thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely, man. This was a blast up here. Obviously a lot of talent in our state. It's always good to see the best talent in our state out here on the field competing. And, I look forward to following you guys. I'll be listening to you guys tomorrow a little bit. Just speaks to the level this year with 5 or 6 draft picks in high school, 3 first-rounders. And I think baseball in our state's in pretty good shape. That's my summation.
Well said. Coach Crolley.
Yeah, no, same thing. It's being a younger coach in the game in South Carolina, seeing all the talent come through. It bodes well for us as a state, right, and getting to compete and have guys continue to come through the Palmetto games, right. And I get to coach in it this year, so it's been fun.
Awesome. Well said. Coach Faulkner, parting words.
Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Future's bright in this state.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We will be right back here early in the morning. I believe Game 1 starts at 9:30, so we hope you join us. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. From everyone here at Diamond Prospects, we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's go eat.
It's 9 o'clock.
It's
Yeah,
9
that was
o'clock.
fun.
Guys, that was fun.
That was
That was a
fun.
lot of